A massive battle was raging in the deathly lands of the city of Mo-Is. Countless spirits were causing both warriors and ordinary people to scatter in panic. Amidst the chaos, people spotted Mubai, the player who had single-handedly surpassed the national scale. The moment Mubai appeared, he proved the immense gap between himself and the others. He lived up to his reputation as the strongest player of the Divine Dragon Empire. Even Zichuan, the captain of the desolate Ghost Squad, was a powerful player, but as he observed Mubai through binoculars, he couldn't help but exclaim in awe. Based on the current situation, they all felt that Mo-Is was about to fall. I can't believe it. Is this really something a human can do? The Necromancer Mubai, he truly is a terrifying monster. Zichuan stared intently at the figure hovering above, goosebumps breaking out all over his body. At this moment, Mubai was riding atop a dragon, leading his army of spirits forward. The more spirits he absorbed, the more power he gained. But even that wasn't enough. In this new life he had been granted, Mubai knew he could only keep getting stronger. Remembering back then, Mubai's health bar had only been at 1 point. With only 1 year of life remaining, facing the brink of death, Mubai never imagined he could not only survive but make it this far. Originally, Mubai was the top gamer on Blue Planet, possessing a fortune in the trillions, but an accident left him in a vegetative state. His tragic fate didn't end there. His fiancée, Liu Ruyan, turned off his life support, thinking that his living like that was no different from being dead. Ironically, Mubai could still hear the voices of those around him, though he couldn't move. That was exactly how he discovered that his friend, Zhao Shu, was the one behind it all, instigating Ruyan to take action to seize his assets. Even more shocking was that a year ago, he was the one who had sent her to Mubai's bed just to wait for this day, and he was the one who caused the accident that left him paralyzed. Mubai was furious to the point of insanity. They were worse than animals. It was a waste that he had considered them his closest friends and brothers since college. In the end, he couldn't stop Zhao Shu from pulling his plug. The two of them didn't even feel ashamed, flirting right in front of Mubai. Lying on the hospital bed, gasping for his final breaths, Mubai felt deep regret for not realizing those two snakes had been plotting against him from the moment they met. He felt utterly helpless, only able to beg the heavens to let him move instead of leaving him there to wait for death. But finally, his consciousness drifted away from Mubai. Just as he took his last breath, a strange portal opened. Every passerby stared in astonishment, wondering if this was an alien civilization invading Earth. Then, a notification was sent to all of them. Congratulations, Blue Planet has been selected to participate in the All Worlds game. All participants will start from zero, opening a completely new life. The global transmigration will officially begin in 30 seconds. Documents related to the game have been uploaded to everyone's brains. Please recall them yourself. It was true. Information about the All Worlds game suddenly appeared in everyone's minds. Even though they had never read it before, people's attitudes varied greatly. Some were terrified, others were excited, wondering what on earth this All Worlds game actually was. Zhao Shu and Ruyan had just finished flirting, and were still in bed when they received the notification. He couldn't help but curse. What the hell? Blue Planet is chosen for the All Worlds game? I'm about to become a billionaire, yet it says I can't bring anything from reality into the game? What kind of garbage is this? Ruyan read the notification over and over, which stated that as long as one had a breath left, they could enter the game world. Then she started worrying that Mubai might be able to enter as well. Hearing this, Zhao Shu let out a cold snort. Don't even talk about whether he can last another 30 seconds. In his current state, even if he gets into the game, he'll just be a total waste of space. When the 30-second countdown reached 0, humanity was simultaneously teleported into the game, and Mubai was no exception. It seemed this was the chance the heavens had granted him. If that was the case, Mubai made a firm resolution that in this new world, he would not die, and he absolutely would not give up. The grand teleportation formation opened and pulled humanity in. Some screamed in terror, saying they didn't want to participate in any game and just wanted to go home. Others screamed out of excitement, having grown tired of their current lives. The first place they landed was the Temple of the Descendants. Upon arriving, Mubai realized he wasn't dreaming. Now, he could actually stand up. Then, he received another notification. Welcome, player from Blue Planet, to the All Worlds game. Commencing a full body scan. After entering the game world, your status will become that of a descendant. Please confirm the name you will use in this game. The feeling of being alive again was truly wonderful. Mubai didn't need to think long and immediately decided to use the name Mubai. After naming was complete, he began to awaken his talent. All participants in the All Worlds game automatically awakened their talents at the Starry Sky Hall. Talents were divided into 9 levels, from the lowest FSHM to the highest SSS. If you want to become stronger in the All-Worlds game, owning a powerful talent is essential. And because the awakening is random, players have absolutely no say in their talent level. Mubai was no exception. He could only hope that his luck wouldn't be too terrible. But unexpectedly, everything went even smoother than Mubai had anticipated when he successfully awakened the S-rank forbidden talent, Upgrade. The talent granted him several skill effects. First is Upgrade. Mubai can upgrade any item by 1 grade without fear of consumption, and the effect is permanent. Second is Sublimation, allowing him to upgrade any item by 2 grades, but it costs a certain amount of resources, and the effect is also permanent. Finally, there is Catastrophe. By consuming a certain amount of lifespan, he can upgrade any item by 3 levels and add a Catastrophe property to that item. The effect is also permanent, and the first time using this skill is actually free of charge. With his talent sorted, the next step was choosing a class. Basic classes are divided into 4 major types: physical, magic, defensive, and support. Mubai pondered for a long time. With his upgrade talent, he initially intended to choose the warrior or mage class, but then a new notification popped up. Scanning detected that the starting stats of the player, Mubai, were insufficient to meet the requirements, and ineligible classes were being removed. Based on the player's starting stats, the only class you can choose is Necromancer. Mubai was completely bewildered, not understanding why he could only pick Necromancer, and even more clueless about this class. This game system was incredibly pushy, giving him no room to resist and abruptly ending the class selection process. And just like that, Mubai became a Necromancer. Once he held that skull-topped staff in his hand, he actually started to feel that this class didn't sound too bad. That was until he noticed something was wrong. His maximum HP was only 1. Is this some kind of mistake? Only 1 single point of health? Permanently? Wouldn't that mean even the slightest touch would send me straight to the grave? And why is my lifespan only 1 year left? If that's the case, what good is having an S-rank talent? Mubai yelled in frustration, but the game system didn't bother to reply. Since there was no turning back, Mubai decided he had to take a gamble. Didn't they say he had awakened an upgrade talent just a moment ago? With that in mind, he immediately asked the system to use the Catastrophe skill to upgrade his class. To upgrade the Necromancer class by 3 levels, it requires 10,000 years of lifespan. You have 1 chance to use the Catastrophe effect without consuming any lifespan. Do you confirm you want to use this opportunity? Mubai didn't hesitate to hit the confirm button. Just like that, he successfully promoted to the exclusive hidden class, Overlord of Death. His stat growth also changed. Every time he levels up, he gains an additional 15 free stat points. Mubai also learned new skills, Life Link and Summon Enhancement, and received an exclusive item, the Book of Death. Haha, this hidden class, Overlord of Death, sounds overpowered just by the name. Mubai was extremely satisfied, feeling that his previous move was the right one. Just then, the system announced that the 10,000 Worlds game would officially begin in 10 seconds, instructing Mubai to get ready. The upgrade talent had taken up too much of his time, and he hadn't even had time to fully adapt to his class, so he had to just enter the game and figure it out later. Lu Ruyan, Zhao Shu, just you wait. I will definitely hunt you 2 scumbags down and make you taste the true meaning of despair. The countdown ended, and the game world officially opened. In the 10,000 Worlds game, every time a player dies, they lose a level and 10% of their lifespan, with a minimum loss of 10 years. However, for new players receiving protection in the Novice Village, like Mubai, if they die, they only lose levels and are not penalized with lifespan loss. Novice Village number 9527 of the Shenlong Empire suddenly became very lively. After countless players from Blue Star appeared, Mubai was surrounded by a sea of people and chaotic noise. Haha, the fantasies from reading novels have finally come true. This time I will definitely rise to the top. Hey buddy, help me out. Healer out of mana, run. Is anyone there? B-rank talent mage looking for a party. Amidst the crowded square, Mubai stood silently in a corner, because he had to test the effects of his new skills first. The first one is Little Skeleton Summon, which summons a weak skeleton to fight for the Necromancer. The casting time is 3 seconds, the cooldown is 30 seconds, and it consumes 20 mana points. This skeleton's stats are boosted by the player's spirit attribute. The next skill is Burn. It releases soul fire to burn the target, dealing a total of 150% magic damage based on magic intensity over 5 seconds. The attack range is 30 meters. The casting time is 2 seconds, and the cooldown is 5 seconds. It consumes 10 mana points. These are both F-rank skills. One summon, one attack enough to keep Mubai satisfied. But it didn't stop there. There was also an A-rank skill called Life Link. This is an active skill that helps the user link to an undead creature they summoned, sharing health points with it. It takes effect instantly after casting, and takes 10 seconds to summon. Next is the S-rank passive skill called Summon Boost. It has no level. Under the effect of this boost, the casting time for summoning skills and the cooldown are reduced by 50%. The summoned creature's stats are increased by 50%, and the summoning space limit is increased by 500%. My skills are truly diverse, and being able to share HP with my summons means I don't have to worry about my own health limit anymore, Mubai muttered to himself, and at that moment, a book suddenly appeared before him. That's right. Mubai had completely forgotten he still had the Book of Death. It was an item exclusive to his class. It cannot be dropped, destroyed, or traded. Currently, it is at level 0, following the character's level. Its stats will unlock after level 1, and special effects will unlock after level 10. Since he wasn't a high enough level to use the Book of Death yet, Mubai just tossed it aside. He tried to summon a skeleton first, but to his surprise, 2 of them appeared. Mubai was stunned, but the system explained that the Catastrophe trait added to his hidden class had been activated. Specifically, after the upgrade, his class changed from Necromancer to Overlord of Death, which creates several effects. The first of which is that all of Mubai's skill effects are doubled. The second and third effects are not yet unlocked due to insufficient levels. To think there's such a good thing. Mubai carefully assessed the 2 skeletons he had just summoned. Even though there were 2 of them, they didn't look very strong. Right then, a man walking by saw them and made a suggestion to Mubai. Wow, a summoner class? Bro, your talent must be at least A rank, right? Why don't we team up? My talent is also A rank. If we join forces, we'll definitely level up faster. It's true that in the early stages, new players teaming up level up faster, but Mubai refused because he preferred to grind on his own. The man, annoyed by his blunt refusal, snapped, "What's with the attitude? Just a summoner class. I bet you can't even catch a dirt chicken." Ignoring the guy's incessant yapping, Mubai led his 2 little skeletons away. In the monster farming area, many people were gathered. It seemed a newly formed party was getting beaten up by that dirt chicken. Finally, because they couldn't win, they gave up. I'm done. I'm going back to the village to see if there are any lifestyle classes, establishing their party. But they were still getting hammered by that earth chicken. They eventually gave up because they couldn't beat it. Forget it. I'm heading back to the village to see if there are any crafting professions available. If anyone wants to take this one, go ahead. Mubai stepped forward. This was the earth chicken that the man had just mentioned. At level 1, it had 100 HP, 10 attack power, and 5 points in both physical and magical defense. As soon as Mubai appeared, a few people started whispering, "Look at that guy named Mubai. The 2 skeletons he summoned look pretty strong, don't they? He must have awakened a great talent. I'm so jealous. Stop being jealous and hurry up and go kill some chickens." Seeing them looking at him with concern, Mubai immediately replied, "Don't worry, I won't steal your mobs. After all, since you've awakened such an overpowered talent, you wouldn't just come here to fight over a measly earth chicken with them, would you?" So, Mubai headed deeper into the forest. There, he encountered several red-eyed rabbits level 2 monsters with 150 HP. They had 15 attack power. Getting hit by one would definitely hurt. Fortunately, Mubai didn't have to do the fighting himself. Otherwise, with only 1 point of health, he wouldn't be able to take a single hit. His 2 little skeletons started fighting in earnest. Glancing around and seeing no one else, Mubai summoned a few more to let the red-eyed rabbits feel some real firepower. Just like that, he easily took down several rabbits, and thanks to his skills, he even received a 50% experience bonus for fighting higher-level monsters. At this rate of farming XP, Mubai was almost level 1. Also, thanks to the doubling effect, he had linked his life force with the 2 little skeletons. From then on, even with just 1 HP, Mubai wouldn't be easily defeated. He could fully afford to summon a few more skeletons now, but to avoid drawing too much attention, he held back for the time being and used only 4. Under Mubai's command, the 4 skeletons were busy farming mobs. Several people watched him command them so effortlessly, they couldn't help but gossip. "Huh, is that guy a necromancer? Walking around while leveling up, how leisurely and nice." "Leisurely? Please, open your eyes and look properly. The little skeleton I summoned has stats nowhere near his, and he summoned 4 at once that has to be at least an S-rank talent. I estimate his strength could be ranked in the top tier of our novice village, 9,527. Even with people gossiping about him, Mubai didn't care at all. What he cared about was that he had finally reached level 1. He received 15 free stat points and had to consider how to allocate them reasonably. Since the stats of his summons were influenced by his mental strength, he decided to add more to mental strength, as well as agility. After all, he only had 1 point of HP, so increasing his speed to protect himself was a good move. Thus, Mubai added 4 points to agility and 11 to his mental strength. Then, an idea suddenly popped into his head. That's right, classes can be leveled up, so why don't I try upgrading my own skills? Thinking it was worth a shot, Mubai used his talent to upgrade his class skills. From that, the F-rank Summon Small Skeleton skill became the E-rank Summon Skeleton. The F-rank Burn skill also became an F-rank skill of the same name. The A-rank Lifelink became the F-rank Life Share, and the S-rank Summon skill upgraded to the SS-rank Death Call. Seeing that he had successfully upgraded all his skills to make them stronger, Mubai was extremely happy, especially that S-rank Life Share skill, which could passively share the HP of all his summons. This was just too heaven-defying. Although for some reason, Mubai's main HP bar would forever be stuck at 1 point. With all those skills, his secondary health bar now had nearly 9,000 points. Plus, with that Death Call skill, couldn't he summon 20 skeleton soldiers? Mubai felt full of confidence. Now he didn't need to be too modest. He could totally fill up the space and grind for levels. Additionally, since he reached level 1, he took out the Book of the Dead. Mubai upgraded this exclusive piece of equipment, turning it into the Grimoire of the Dead. However, its base stats left Mubai a bit disappointed, as it only added 15 points of spell intensity. Oh well, I'll worry about it once I hit level 10, he muttered to himself, because at that level, the Grimoire of the Dead would unlock a special effect. Next was time to seriously grind for levels. Mubai summoned a squad of 20 skeletons. The Death Call skill had already reduced cooldowns by 75%, plus the Catastrophe trait meant it took only 2 seconds to summon a skeleton now. With all those stacked effects, Mubai's army quickly became formidable. The level 3 sharp-clawed cat demons were no match for him at all. Just like that, the entire pack was quickly defeated by Mubai. That miraculous leveling speed pushed him to level 2. Mubai didn't stop. He continued to grind. Half an hour later, he arrived at the entrance of the first dungeon, Foggy Forest. It contained treasures, but was also filled with dangers. It wasn't suitable for a solo challenge. But Mubai wasn't alone. He had brought a whole bunch of minions with him. With sky-high confidence, when choosing the dungeon difficulty, he directly selected the highest hell difficulty and stepped inside. Inside the dungeon, the fog was so thick that Mubai couldn't even see the path. He immediately ordered his minions to scout for the way and farm mobs. Fortunately, within a 100-meter radius, Mubai could control his summons at will. Otherwise, he would have had to stick by their side for fear of them getting lost. Very quickly, the first skeleton encountered an enemy. It was a level 8 elite fog tree demon with a massive 3,600 HP, 74 attack power, 60 physical defense, 40 magic defense, and a binding skill. This was truly a formidable monster. As soon as he spotted it, a thrilled Mubai ordered his minions to rush in together. One of the skeletons he summoned was hit by the fog tree demon's binding skill and then had an arm chopped off. The attack power of an elite monster was indeed nothing to sneeze at, but Mubai wasn't worried at all because he had so many minions. All of you, attack. Focus your fire on it. He gave the order, and the skeletons obeyed instantly. Just like that, Mubai took down the level 8 tree demon and received 60 experience points. This foggy forest was originally a level 5 dungeon, but the hell difficulty had increased the level of the monsters inside by 3, and on top of that, they were all elite monsters. It seemed the experience gained from winning would be substantial. Just as he thought about this, Mubai suddenly felt a chill down his spine. He turned his head and discovered a level 8 elite fog tree centipede attempting to ambush him. Compared to the tree demon, it was a bit squishier, but its attack power was up to 108. Yet, Mubai didn't care about those numbers at all. The death staff in his hand glowed, unleashing a direct strike at the target. At the same time, his skeleton army rushed forward to save their master. The fog centipede was quickly taken down. Mubai had to admit, even though his current spirit stat was triple that of an average necromancer, his actual spells weren't as strong as the skeleton minions he summoned. Just then, a piece of equipment dropped from the monster's corpse. A level 5 black iron grade centipede belt with 30 durability, which granted 9 points of armor and 2 points of constitution. Since it was just a mediocre piece of armor, Mubai seemed a bit disappointed. But he picked it up anyway. Even if he couldn't use it, he could always sell it for some cash. As he went deeper into the dungeon, more and more fog centipedes appeared. Mubai stood at the center, commanding his forces, fully protected by his skeleton minions, and taking 0 damage from the enemies. The situation was chaotic, with both sides fighting fiercely. But in the end, it was Mubai's side that dominated. Soon enough, he reached level 5. More equipment dropped from the monsters. A wooden staff, a snake-tooth dagger, centipede leather armor, an E-grade binding skill book, and an E-grade construct skill book. Mubai took a quick look and saw that only the wooden staff seemed usable, while the others weren't very helpful, so he decided to upgrade them later and sell them. The attributes on the wooden staff were still pretty poor, so Mubai only used it as a temporary measure. He would have to look for a better weapon later. Along with this, his Death Codex leveled up as well, since its level scaled with the characters. At level 5, the basic attributes of the Death Codex were a 7.5 point increase in magic power, a 2.5 point increase in all attributes, and a 100% damage boost against undead creatures. Not bad, not bad. Mubai couldn't stop praising it, though he figured there probably weren't many undead creatures in this dungeon. Afterward, he gathered all his summons. With his new gear, Mubai was ready to challenge the boss. Because it was hell difficulty, the boss fight would be much tougher. There was 1 silver grade boss, and 2 elite enhancements. The main boss was the Fog Centipede King, with a max HP of 88,000. It had 327 attack power, 136 physical defense, and 98 magic defense. Its skills included Constrict, Devour, Poison Spit, and Earth-Shattering Quake. Beside it were 2 Fog Centipede guards with 8,350 HP, 198 attack power, and 1 unique skill, Constrict. Mubai hesitated when he saw them. The boss alone had nearly 90,000 HP, plus 2 guards on the side. He didn't know if his skeleton minions could hold them off, but there was only one way to find out. So, Mubai shouted for them all to rush in. A massive battle broke out, but the Fog Centipede King was truly no joke. With just one move, it sent one of Mubai's skeletons to the afterlife. Although its power was enough to make his jaw drop, Mubai remained extremely confident. No matter how strong it would have a hard time dealing with his skeleton C strategy. Mubai summoned new skeletons every 2 seconds, layer upon layer, moving forward. After a while, he took down the 2 guards. With the guards finished, the boss became much easier to handle. Mubai ordered his minions to focus all their firepower on the boss. He even joined in the attack himself, but his damage felt like nothing more than a scratch to the opponent. Mubai felt a bit embarrassed. He really should just stay in the back and control his undead army. The king wouldn't go down easily. Relying on its massive size and superior strength, it kept launching attacks. With every blow, another skeleton was destroyed. Mubai didn't dare to get distracted, constantly summoning new skeletons. The king's HP kept dropping. From his observation, it looked like it was preparing its ultimate move. However, what Mubai didn't expect was the boss's high intelligence. That lethal attack actually shot straight toward him. Mubai couldn't dodge in time and took the full hit. But thanks to the life-sharing bond with his summons, he managed to stand his ground after the strike. Heh, I've got life resonance. With over 100,000 HP. Do you really think this little bit of damage can hurt me? Mubai said with satisfaction, taunting his opponent. Now it was his turn to counterattack. The skeleton army poured all their strength into a final strike, successfully taking down the Fog Centipede King, earning their master 14,400 experience points. Watching the centipede fall, Mubai felt incredibly refreshed. He raised his hands and shouted, "Easy peasy." After this battle, Mubai became the first player in Newbie Village, 9,527 to solo a boss, receiving a basic soulstone and gold coins as a reward. At the same time, the notification that Mubai had become the first player to solo a silver-grade boss was sent to the entire village. Their reactions were mostly pure shock. That made sense, because most newbies were still struggling with small monsters at the edge of the forest, while Mubai had already defeated a silver-grade boss solo. Now, everyone was curious about who this Mubai was, and what kind of innate ability he had awakened to be so insanely powerful. This Mubai is the gap between people really that big? This world game is so unfair. I can barely even take down a small monster. Someone else is out there soloing a boss? What kind of logic is that? Exactly. Before we transmigrated, I worked like a dog, and who would have thought that after coming here, I'd just be cannon fodder? Not far away, Feng Ye Xiaoxiao and Fu Jia Tianxia were also farming monsters. After reading the notification about Su Mubai, the girl Fu Jia looked regretful. It turned out that soloing a boss triggered a server-wide announcement. If she'd known sooner, she would have let Feng Ye solo that black iron boss. It's fine, there will be more opportunities later, Feng Ye replied while striking a monster in front of him. Su Mubai is much stronger than me. That was a silver-grade boss. I'm no match for him right now. Even though Feng Ye sounded humble, he was an S-grade awakened talent himself. Yet, he still found it quite difficult to fight a black iron boss. Because of that, they guessed that the talent of the person named Su Mubai must be at least SS grade. Hearing this, their two other companions, Awei and Manhwa Tang, felt very excited. An SS grade talent? That's too strong, Fujia Tianxia. Do you think he'd join our team? Should we try asking him? Fujia had never thought about this, but hearing what Hua Tang said, she wanted to try recruiting the high-level player to their team. After all, she was very confident that no man had ever turned down her invitation before. But Su Mubai had clearly calculated it wrong. After that server-wide announcement, he received a flood of friend requests. After all, everyone wanted to cling to a high-level player, and Fujia's request was just one of many. Su Mubai didn't have the time to deal with them, so he flatly rejected them all. He finally turned his attention to the loot he got from the boss, an entry-level Soul Fate Stone. It was a unique item. Consuming it grants 30 days of lifespan, but dying causes a loss of 110% of that time, with a minimum penalty of 3 days. Since Su Mubai's original lifespan was down to less than a year, his eyes lit up the moment he saw an item that could extend it. One stone adds 30 days of life. If he upgraded them, couldn't he extend his life even further? Su Mubai immediately upgraded them from entry-level stones to advanced stones, which significantly boosted their effects. One stone now granted 120 days of life. Su Mubai had 6 of them, meaning he had just gained nearly 2 more years of life. This was truly great news. Su Mubai suddenly had a new goal in the game, to farm as many Soul Fate stones as he could. As for the gear dropped during the dungeon run, the 2 skill books weren't anything he could use. Among the remaining items, only the poison ring was actually useful, so Su Mubai decided to upgrade it as well. After the upgrade, it became a gold-tier toxic ring, with a max durability of 100 points. It granted 30 points of magic power, 10 points of agility, and 10 points of spirit. Additionally, his magic skills had a chance to deal an extra 150 points of poison attribute damage, which could trigger at most once every 10 seconds. Magic with poison damage not bad. If raw power isn't enough, he'd just supplement it with poison. Su Mubai nodded in satisfaction. With the loot sorted, he checked on his troops. He had lost quite a few skeletons. For just an entry-level boss, losing that many troops was too much. Su Mubai realized his minions weren't strong enough yet. Now that he had some gold on hand, he wanted to see if it could help him upgrade his summoning skill. When he chose to use the upgrade skill, the game sent him a notification. The prompt asked, "Are you sure you want to spend 5 gold coins to overwrite the previous upgrade and raise the skeleton summoning skill to a higher tier?" Su Mubai frowned as he read the notification. 5 gold coins gone in a blink. This system was as greedy as a demon, but money was meant to be earned. He went ahead and used the skill, and just like that, his skeleton summoning skill was upgraded to D tier, Summon Skeleton Warrior. At this level, the skeletons even had their own classes. Each summon would spawn either a warrior or an archer. The cast time was 3 seconds, with a 30-second cooldown and a cost of 200 mana. The skeleton's stats were still directly influenced by Su Mubai's spirit stat. Now, a skeleton archer had 637 points in strength, constitution, and agility. Its max health was 6,370. Damage was 764. Physical defense was 319. And it had an active skill called Double Shot, which allowed it to fire 2 arrows at once for an additional 90% physical damage. As for the skeleton warrior, its strength, constitution, agility, and defense were the same as the archer's. However, its health pool was 764, and its damage reached 956 points. Naturally, it also had an active skill called Heavy Strike, which dealt a massive blow to the target for 175% physical damage. After reading their new stat sheets, Su Mubai stopped feeling bad about the gold. With these stats, his 5 gold coins were well spent. To test out his minions' skills, Su Mubai quickly led them into the forest to fight level 8 elite goblins. Even though they were level 8 elites, the stats of the undead army under Su Mubai were now completely overwhelming. The goblins didn't even have a chance to fight back. Just like that, he led his army deeper into the woods. At the same time, in the newbie village, many new players were still busy recruiting for their teams. Among them, a guy named Heng Tu Bang Yip was even recruiting to start a guild. At first, when they heard about joining a guild, the players weren't very excited. They had all been transported to this world. No one wanted to work under someone else again. But then, Heng Tu Bang Yip showed off his S-tier talent to boast. In this myriad world, his character was a born leader with an exclusive S-tier talent that allowed him to start a guild for free. Members who joined the guild received 20% more experience points, 20% higher drop rates from monsters, and 20% more physical and magical attack power. The stronger the guild's total power, the greater these buffs became. At this, the players' expressions changed instantly. Whoa, 20% more experience and 20% better drops? That's insane. An S-tier talent is truly powerful. Plus 20% more attack and magic power? Count me in. Heng Tu Bang Yep's invitation immediately became a hot commodity. The number of people wanting to join grew by the second. Just as he became the center of attention, a new server-wide announcement was pinned. The announcement came from Fujia. Brother Su Mubai, I'd like to add you as a friend. I have something important to discuss. Can you accept? The new players started buzzing when they read the message. They were struggling to kill dozens of monsters just to get a few coins. And yet this guy, Fujia, just spent 10 gold coins just to send a message. He was definitely loaded. Even Heng Tu Bang Yep, after reading the pinned announcement, couldn't help but wonder, where did this guy Fujia get so much gold? And who is this Su Mubai? I have to see just how talented he is. On the other side, Su Mubai also received the notification. He was curious about whoever was reckless enough to spend 10 gold coins just to reach out to him, so he accepted the friend request. On the other end, Fujia immediately sent a message. Su Mubai, I'll give you 100 gold coins up front, and I'll cover all your equipment and skills. Are you interested in joining my team? Su Mubai read the message and felt like something was off. Offering 100 gold coins right out of the gate, this guy was absurdly rich. All the new players were newbies who hadn't been here long, and they couldn't bring any wealth from the real world. How could Fujia have this much money? He honestly didn't believe it. So, Su Mubai replied, how do you have so much money? Why should I trust you? Fujia didn't intend to hide it and told him honestly that she had an SS-tier god of wealth talent. To her, money was just a number. As long as Su Mubai agreed to sign a contract to join her team, she could provide him with as much money as he wanted. Let's talk more about Fujia's talent. Her first talent, Money Tree Shake, lets her shake a money tree 6 times a day, randomly receiving between 1 and 999 gold coins. Plus, she has a chance to shake out special items. Her second talent, Abundant Resources, increases the value of the goods she carries by 1% every single day. The third effect is called Money Magnet. It ensures that whenever Fujia dies, she doesn't drop a single gold coin or item, so even if some scumbag tries to take her life, it's all for nothing. Holy crap, this god of wealth talent is way too OP. Su Mubai couldn't help but exclaim. Someone with this talent could literally make money just by lying down. Getting an invite from someone like that is pretty hard to turn down. Still, Su Mubai was quite hesitant, because he felt that joining a team would bring unnecessary trouble and make it easier for his identity to be exposed. So, for the early game, he preferred grinding levels on his own for safety. Sorry, I still prefer acting alone, Su Mubai replied. His message drove Fujia crazy. This guy, he actually dared to reject me. Seeing that even Tim's goddess of wealth couldn't recruit Su Mubai, Away and the others gave up hope. Besides, it wasn't like they couldn't farm monsters on their own. But Fujia did the math. Even though their team was doing fine, without better gear, their leveling speed would only get slower and slower. Just as she was thinking of ways to persuade Su Mubai, he sent a message himself. Fujia, interested in a trade? I've got some spare gear and skill books I'm not using. Your team probably needs them, right? As soon as she read the message, Fujia's eyes lit up. Just as she was worried about lacking gear, Su Mubai offered exactly what they needed. How much do you have? I'll take it all, she replied instantly. More than you'd think. Wait until I finish up my own business, then I'll contact you for the trade. Although she couldn't recruit Su Mubai into Tim, getting him to sell them gear was already great news. If their main damage dealer, Feng Ye, could get his hands on some top-tier gear, the team's offensive power would definitely skyrocket. Back to the situation at hand. Fujia's group was currently facing a level 5 bronze boss, called the Wild Boar Leader. It had 23,800 HP, 205 attack, 81 physical defense, and 62 magic defense. With skills like Rend, heavy charge, and violent stomp, it looked like a much tougher challenge than the black iron bosses they had faced before. "Are you sure you can solo this thing?" Fujia asked. "Shouldn't be a problem." With his confidence, Fujia told Wei and Hua Tong to give all their health potions to Feng Ye. They would step back and keep watch, making sure no one disturbed his fight. Because of that server-wide announcement, Fujia was determined to claim the kill. And so, with the support of his 3 teammates, Feng Ye stepped up alone to face the wild boar leader. Although the size difference between them was huge, Feng Ye remained calm and confident, constantly dealing damage to his opponent with precise strikes. Of course, the wild boar leader tried to counterattack, but it couldn't even touch a hair on Feng Ye. It had plenty of power, but unfortunately, it lacked speed, he remarked calmly. Seeing Feng Ye's relaxed demeanor, Fujia felt relieved. She believed that her teammate had plenty of combat experience, and soloing that boss definitely wasn't a major issue. Meanwhile, Mubai had just finished off a level 8 silver goblin leader, with the help of his minions, earning 14,400 experience points. After upgrading his summoning skill, his legion was rampaging through the fog forest even more effectively. By now, Mubai had reached level 6, and just picking up the loot dropped by the boss was enough to make his hands tired. Among the items dropped this time, Mubai noticed a skill book called Bone Strengthening, but since he already had the life share skill, he didn't need it. Besides that, there was a level 5 gold tier fog cloak that provided 28 physical defense, 20 magic defense, and plus 10 to both constitution and spirit stats. Wearing it would partially reduce the player's presence, thereby lowering aggro. This fog cloak has a decent effect, but man, it looks so ugly, Mubai commented. He also picked up a bronze tier leader's badge, same level as the cloak, which added 200 HP and 400 mana, while also increasing magic critical hit rate by 5%. After landing a magical critical hit, the wearer also gains plus 20 spirit for 10 seconds. This was actually useful, so Mubai immediately equipped it. Just then, he felt something was wrong. His skeleton minions were suddenly losing a lot of HP. The entire forest turned gloomy, and Mubai heard a faint, ghostly voice echoing through the mist. "How dare a bunch of skeletons appear on my territory?" Immediately after, Mubai received a new system notification that a large number of skeletons had triggered the long-buried memories of the Goblin King. A hidden storyline had been activated. The Goblin King had gone berserk. All of its stats increased by 50%. The exit from the fog forest was sealed. Only by defeating the Goblin King could they leave this dungeon. And the hidden storyline would officially begin in 2 minutes. Mubai was a bit confused. He didn't understand why just summoning skeletons would trigger a hidden plot, but with the mindset of, if you find trouble, you might as well take it, he wanted to see just how tough this Goblin King really was. With that thought, Mubai summoned a few more skeletons. Before long, the Goblin King, Rex, appeared. It was a level 8 gold tier boss, and being in a berserk state with all stats boosted by 50% meant it wasn't a pushover. With 327,000 max HP and 843 attack, it was both a tank and a heavy hitter. Rex also had many active skills, from Thunderstrike and Stomp to Heroic Leap, Summon Goblin Warrior, and Frenzy. Seeing it like this, Mubai was a bit stunned. It was already a gold boss, and now it was berserk. The system's requirement to kill it within 2 minutes was seriously difficult. It had over 300,000 HP, but he had plenty of minions. At this point, the only strategy was to overwhelm it with numbers. Mubai ordered his skeleton legion to charge. Under their relentless assault, Rex grew more annoyed. "You filthy skeletons. Even the smell of you makes me want to puke." With a shout, it raised its weapon and slashed down, taking out several of Mubai's minions in one move. Seeing this with his own eyes, he had to admit that the Goblin King's damage was no joke. Any normal level 6 player would be wiped out by just one hit. Too bad for you, you've poked the wrong nest. Mubai himself launched an attack toward his prey. It was busy focusing on farming the skeletons when it was distracted by his sneak attack. Sensing an opening, the skeletal archer used its double-shot skill to deal extra damage. Hurt. Rex was furious, but its HP was dropping rapidly. Mubai ordered his minions to focus all their firepower on the target. He didn't believe he couldn't blow it to smithereens. But a bigger problem arose. He wasn't the only one who could summon in this fight. The Goblin King could do it too, and it summoned a horde of warriors. The goblins were in a berserk state, each with 13,500 HP and 279 attack power. Mubai gulped nervously. "Are you kidding me? You're playing the summoning game too, and they're all berserk? This is getting tricky. My rage has reached its peak. Damn Necromancer, I led my kin into the fog forest. It roared in anger. Why won't you let us be? It charged in a frenzy. Warriors, crush him. Rex delivered a blow so powerful it cracked the ground. Mubai dodged quickly. That hurt, thank goodness for the HP resonance. He prepared to counterattack, ordering his knights, fast and decisive. Take out the weaklings first. They charged at their master's command, and Mubai followed up, arrows flying. The goblins took hit after hit. Rex insisted, "No, the king will not fall." It roared again. I will never be a slave again. The system notification popped up. Goblin King has entered berserk mode. Attack power increased by 150%, attack speed by 50%, defense decreased by 50. Mubai sneered. Amateur. Stop yapping. The system announced again. Newbie Village 9,527 announces. Congratulations to player Feng Ye Xiao for being the first to solo a bronze-grade boss. We encourage other players to follow suit and earn rich rewards. Mubai glanced up. The first kill had been snatched by someone else. He decided to let it slide. He couldn't lose the big picture over small things. Mubai landed a heavy blow on Rex, dealing massive damage. The boss staggered back, its health bar plummeting. Rex looked shocked as blood sprayed from its body. Checking his stats, Mubai was amazed. He hadn't expected soloing a gold-grade boss to drop more than 2 soul stones. He looked around. No items? He wondered. Is this tied to a hidden storyline? Meanwhile, Heng Tu was ecstatic. This is a longevity-boosting treasure. His 2 lackeys fawned over him. The guild leader is the best. The guild leader is the #1 expert in Newbie Village 9,527. Exactly, Su Mubai, just got lucky. The system announced, Newbie Village 9,527 congratulates Feng Ye Xiao for being the first to solo a bronze boss. The lackey complained, that Feng Ye just got lucky. Now let's go find the gold boss. Does he really think he's invincible? The system continued. Congratulations to Su Mubai for Sidedly Formini, becoming the first to solo a gold-grade boss. We encourage all players to learn from him and earn rich rewards. Heng Tu was truly annoyed. Su Mubai, what kind of talent did you awaken? Is it SSS rank? Even Feng Ye was puzzled. Su Mubai again? This guy is terrifying. Fu Jia remained optimistic. It's fine. The world game has only just begun. There's plenty of time to catch up. Plus, you have me. Feng Ye was excited. Let's go. It's time to check out the first dungeon. The system issued an alert. 2-minute warning. You must defeat the Goblin King, Rex, to trigger the hidden Rex's Nightmare storyline. Reminder. Fog Forest dungeon difficulty has been increased to Catastrophe level. Mubai was fighting desperately. Higher than Hell level is Catastrophe? Smoke suddenly erupted from the goblin's face. This puzzled Mubai. What's going on? What the hell? They started twitching strangely, their bodies catching fire. Mubai gasped. That's brutal. Wait, was the little skeleton before actually a goblin? He stared at the smoking Rex as its body glowed and slammed into the ground. Suddenly, Rex transformed into a skeletal king, one of the most successful creations of ancient necromancers. I shouldn't even exist here, it muttered. At last, I couldn't escape the fate of becoming undead. It ordered, Goblins, fight for me. Rex's warriors raised their massive swords. Mubai was terrified. You've got to be kidding. Is this something that should be appearing in a newbie village? Lightning crackled around Rex as it created several clones. Reading the system info, Mubai turned pale. The combat power of these 6 is equal to 20 of my own. Let all enemies become undead like us. He looked worried. Is this for real? There's more? This guy's attack power is way too high. How am I supposed to win? The system suddenly triggered an item announcement. Hidden storyline. Rex's nightmare has officially begun. Newbie village protection is deactivated. Death will result in a 10% lifespan penalty, with a minimum of 10 years. Mubai froze. Are you serious? Even if I absorb all the soul stones, it won't be enough to cover 1 death. Is my journey into the world over already? A blast of energy hit him, draining his health. Mubai quickly blocked the attack. Thunderous strike, he shouted. Go guys, focus all your firepower on these scum. Mubai assessed the situation. He could only summon 20 skeletal warriors, which wasn't enough. Its defense was too strong. He calculated, unless I upgrade the skill, I'll have to take a gamble. Let's swallow the stones first and see how much lifespan the mutation upgrade needs. Mubai took out several mana stones. The system chirped, ding. Successfully absorbed 15 soul stones. Skill leveling up. Insufficient lifespan. 6 years required for mutation upgrade. Summoning soldier's hint. Once this skill mutates to C rank, it will branch into 3 paths. Summon Skeletal Warrior, Summon Skeletal Assassin, and Summon Skeletal Mage. Choose your preferred mutation path. Mubai groaned. Branches too? Fine. Warriors. That's the safest bet, with plenty of HP. Choose the talent evolution you want. Mubai felt exhausted after reading it. Are there branching paths too? I'll go with Warrior. It's the most stable choice and has high health. The information on the system board left him puzzled. Was it reasonable for a skill that could summon something so terrifying to be ranked as grade C? Power surged through Mubai's body. I can summon skeleton warriors now too. Let's see who can call forth more. Charge! Take him down! The knights rushed forward, immediately surrounding Rex. Hold the line, guys! A series of minus points popped up. Mubai asked excitedly. 2 down, 2 more. The more the merrier. Rex flew into a rage. I am the Skeleton King. The system blared, a warning. Rex has entered a berserk state. Attack power increased by 50%. Attack speed increased by 50%. Defense reduced by 50%. Yet, Mubai wasn't afraid at all. Defense down by half? Aren't you just speeding up your own death? Double shot. Gather around, guys. This is the final round. Then, he ordered his soldiers to attack. Rex roared madly. I refuse to accept this. At that moment, the system announced that killing Rex would grant bonus points. Mubai was slightly surprised. 270,000 experience points? Doesn't that mean I'm about to hit level 9? The system notification continued. Congratulations on becoming the first player in Novice Village 9527 to solo a Dark Gold grade boss. Reward, 40 basic soul stones, 60 gold. Mubai was stunned. 40 of them? The system popped up again, reminding him that a Novice Village announcement was coming. Congratulations on being the first to complete the Fog Forest dungeon in Novice Village 9527. Random reward, 5. Grade 1, attribute gems, 5 gold. Mubai froze. After grinding like crazy to clear this, that was equivalent to over 13 years of life essence. The system announced, congratulations on being the first to complete the Fog Forest dungeon on Hell difficulty in Novice Village 9527. Reward, 20 basic soul stones, 20 gold. A reminder that a village-wide announcement was imminent. But Mubai realized something was wrong. Why is it Hell difficulty? I clearly passed it on Catastrophe level. In the middle of the match, the entrance to the Fog Forest appeared. Hengtubang Gyep asked, the guild is recruiting for the dungeon run. Any brothers want to join? They began to stir. Big brother, I want to join. The people around them looked on with clear admiration. Looking closely, they saw these guys were actually wearing full, complete gear sets. So it was the legendary Rich Guild. That made sense. Whispers broke out everywhere. That's the Rich Guild. A full set of grade 5 gear must have cost a fortune, right? These guys are loaded. Hengtubang Gyep stepped forward to greet them. Long time no see. Feng Ye Xiaoxiao replied. How could I compare to the resounding reputation of the guild leader of Hengtubang Gyep? Hengtubang Gyep eagerly suggested. Since everyone is here, why don't we make a bet? The rich player didn't hesitate. Oh? And what does Hengtubang Gyep want to bet? Hengtubang Gyep set the rules. How about we bet on who clears the Fog Forest first? The rich player agreed. Fine. And what's the stake? Hengtubang Gyep laughed excitedly. My talent combined with your resources is a match made in heaven. If I get the first clear, your group joins my Bang Gyep guild. The rich player wondered. And if we clear it first? Hengtubang Gyep declared. Then the Bang Gyep guild will do everything in its power to help you with one favor. But the rich player wanted more. 3 favors. Hengtubang Gyep immediately accepted the deal. It's a deal. After you. At that exact moment, the system flashed. Novice Village, 9527 announcement. Congratulations to Mubai for achieving the first clear of the Fog Forest dungeon. Special announcement. We encourage all players to follow his example to receive generous rewards. Both the rich group and Hengtubang Gyep were stunned. What? Hengtubang Gyep gritted his teeth in anger. It's Mubai again. That bet just made me look like a fool. He had to change the rules immediately. If the normal difficulty clear is already taken, let's go for hard mode. Yet, the system sounds just kept coming. Novice Village, 9527 announcement. Congratulations to Mubai for achieving the first clear of the Fog Forest dungeon on Hell difficulty. Special announcement. We encourage all players to follow his example to receive generous rewards. Novice Village, 9527 announcement. Congratulations to Mubai for becoming the first player to solo a Dark Gold grade boss. Special announcement. We encourage all players to follow his example to receive generous rewards. Announcement. The Blue Star region congratulates Mubai of the Dragon Empire for becoming the first player in the Blue Star region to solo a catastrophe-level dungeon. Special announcement. We encourage all players to follow his example to receive generous rewards. Heng Tu Bang Yep went blank. How is that possible? He muttered with a dark expression. Let's go. The girl behind him asked, Boss, we're not going in? The rich player kept his cool. Since someone else already got the first clear, no point in rushing. Let's wait a bit. Meanwhile, in the Dragon Empire, Novice Village 8888, in the Fog Forest on Hell difficulty, powerful sword strikes were being unleashed. San Chi Ching Feng was exhausted. It's that Mubai again. What kind of talent did he awaken? I've been fighting this Goblin King for so long, and I still can't take him down. Scene change to Dragon Empire, Novice Village 9526. Zhao Shu pondered. This Mubai sounds so familiar. Liu Ruyan spoke up, and as she mentioned his name, she recalled something. Liu Ruyan, didn't you have someone pursuing you before? Liu Ruyan guessed. What? You trying to get rid of me again? Zhao Shu mocked her intentionally. Don't you feel bitter? Back then, sticking with Mubai meant enjoying years of luxury and wealth. If it weren't for this damn 10,000 Worlds game, I'd be at the peak of my life right now. Mentioning this, Liu Ruyan felt a bit emotional. Mubai, that name reminds me of someone. She suddenly remembered that he always used that name when they played games together. Zhao Shu exclaimed, Who? Liu Ruyan fearfully revealed, Mubai. Zhao Shu asserted, That's impossible. He's definitely dead. I was the one who pulled the plug on his life support with my own hands. Besides, plenty of people use the name Mubai. It must just be a coincidence. He started concocting a cunning plan. If it really is that brat, then that's convenient. He used to like you so much. All you have to do is seduce him one more time, right? Liu Ruyan was intrigued. You're annoying. She felt very confident. With my charm, I can handle whoever it is. At that moment, the congratulatory system board appeared. Seeing this, Mubai sighed. As expected of a catastrophe-level dungeon, the rewards are truly rich. From now on, even if I have only one drop of blood left, I can infinitely summon a blood bank. He clicked on the inventory button on the system. Suddenly, a swirling stream of spiritual energy pulled souls into the center of Mubai's chest. This was a move to drain and store essence from corpses. Each drain hits a maximum of 5 targets. Cooldown, 30 seconds. No consumption. Maximum casting distance, 50 meters. Essence value, 80 times level, times 10. Next was the feedback skill. He reached out and fired energy towards Orexi. With this move, he could immediately restore his own health or mana. Can also be used to enhance certain summoned creatures. It has a 30-second cooldown and consumes 1 to 80 death energy points. 1 point of death energy restores 10 health points or 100 mana points. 1 point of death energy also enhances the target's primary attributes by 0.5% for 60 seconds. After practicing it, Mubai sighed in relief, thinking he would no longer have to worry about mana consumption. Suddenly, a beam of light shot straight into his forehead. He muttered, Level up. For now, I can only choose to upgrade Free Ride. At the same time, a notification panel appeared, asking for confirmation to consume resources to upgrade the Life Absorption Rebound skill book by 1 rank. Mubai confirmed it, and the system notified him. You have successfully received the Life Absorption Rebound skill book. You have learned the new skill, Death Absorption Rebound. He turned to look at the corpse and muttered, I'll use you to test it out first. With that, Mubai reached out to siphon the death energy from it. The system displayed a notification. You have successfully absorbed 320 death energy points from the corpse of the Dark Gold Grade boss, the Bone King Rex. Notification. Your stored death energy has reached its maximum limit. You may continue absorbing after spending some. Seeing this, he wondered, that much? Could it be because this guy was a necromantic creature by nature, so its death energy is quite concentrated? An item. A cloak. Dropped. The Dead's Whisper Mage Cloak. It is a chest-piece shoulder guard gear for levels 10 through 60. It levels up with the player, increasing every 5 levels, up to a maximum of level 60. It is an unappraised epic grade item. Mubai chuckled with satisfaction and muttered, This must be the first epic grade gear in the Blue Star region, right? Too bad it still needs to be appraised, and the appraisal fee certainly won't be cheap. I'll just put it away for now. Suddenly, a thought flashed through his mind. Mubai sat down right where the boss was, digging with both hands, and said, Let's see what else dropped. I'll gather it all and sell it in bulk to Fu Jia Tianxia. I killed you twice already. If I don't get any good loot, that would be a waste, wouldn't it? Then he shouted, "Jackpot!" A flurry of items fell out along with system notifications. You have received 10 gold and 38 silver. You have received 10 Tier 1 attribute gems. You have received 3 Tier 1 critical hit gems. You have received 5 gold grade equipment items. You have received the dark gold grade equipment, Necromancer's necklace. You have received the dark gold grade equipment, Shadow boots. You have received the dark gold grade equipment, Bone sword. You have received the dark gold grade equipment, Bone heavy armor. You have received the skill books for Summon Skeleton Warrior, Summon Skeleton Archer C grade, and Summon Skeleton Mage C grade. You have received the B grade skill book, Aura of the Dead. You have received the B grade skill book, Thunderous Impact. You have received 10 dark gold grade materials, Death Bone Essence. He exclaimed, "Nice. This really is collecting the entire skill set of the boss, isn't it?" The system congratulated him. You have received 10 dark gold grade materials, Tanyu Soul. You have received the quest item, Hen's Crystal Orb. The system reminded him again. Reminder, you currently possess 3 skill books simultaneously, Summon Skeleton Warrior, Summon Skeleton Archer, and Summon Skeleton Mage. Do you confirm merging all 3 into advanced summoning? Watching the books begin to fuse, Mubai exclaimed, "I never expected them to be able to merge." At that very moment, a surge of spiritual energy swirled through the ruins. The system prompted him. Mubai said, "Merge, and upgrade it directly." Notification. You have learned the new skill. Advanced Summoning. High-tier Skeleton Summoning. This is an active skill that summons a warrior, archer, and mage to fight for you. Cast time, 3 seconds. Cooldown, 30 seconds. Mana cost, 300. Unique attribute, Catastrophe, Warrior. Maximum health increased by 500%. Attack power increased by 100%. Chapter 2 unlocked. Chapter 3 unlocked. Advanced attribute panel influenced by the player's spirit stat. He stroked his chin and muttered, "So, this skill has overwritten the previous ones. The locked parts must be for the archer and mage. It looks like I'll have to upgrade the skill one more time." Just then, a series of notifications popped up. Target. High-tier skeleton summoning. Please select an upgrade rank. Rank 1, Rank 2, Rank 3. Upgrade to B-grade skill, high-tier skeleton summoning, no cost. Ascend to A-grade skill, spirit summoning cost, 10,000 gold. Evolve to level 5, army summoning cost, 1,000 years of lifespan. Without hesitation, he tapped the upgrade button and shouted, "Upgrade directly." The notification appeared. Your C-grade skill, high-tier skeleton summoning, has been successfully upgraded to B-grade. B-grade, an active skill that summons 3 units, warrior, archer, and mage, to fight for you. Cast time, 3 seconds. Cooldown, 30 seconds. Mana cost, 1,000. Mubai muttered, "This mana cost is truly high, it's no joke." Suddenly, a blue orb appeared. Seeing this, Mubai wondered, "What is this?" The system prompted him. Reminder, do you accept the quest? Holland's Legacy. Please note, this is an epic grade quest with extreme difficulty. Consider carefully, accepting Hens's crystal orb will partially unseal it and temporarily make it your equipment. Refusing Hen's crystal orb will cause it to tear through space and depart, seeking the next destined individual. Mubai reached out to the orb, confused, and asked, "Is this the reward from the hidden storyline? I wonder if this quest item can be upgraded, but I won't hesitate." Mubai chose to upgrade. The system reminded him, Reminder, do you accept the quest, Dylan's Untimely Death? Please note, this is a legendary grade quest, the difficulty of which far exceeds imagination. Consider carefully, accepting Dylan's crystal orb will partially unseal it and temporarily make it your equipment. Refusing Dylan's crystal orb will cause it to tear through space and depart, seeking the next destined individual. Accept. As soon as he shouted, "Accept," a powerful tremor shook the area, and a majestic blue dragon appeared, roaring fiercely. The system announced, "Notification, you have accepted the legendary grade quest, Dylan's Untimely Death. Because your level is too low, please reach level 30 within 1 month to unlock the first phase of the quest. Please note, if you fail to unlock the quest in time, you will lose Dylan's crystal orb. Dylan's crystal orb can only reveal its true name after being unsealed." Item, Protective Orb. Level, 0 to 200. Legendary grade. Durability, 1,000 out of 1,000. Base stats, level 5. Magic intensity plus 50. All attributes plus 20. Health plus 1000. Mana plus 2000. Effect 1. Magic critical hit plus 20%. Critical damage plus 50%. 2. Sealed status, effect unknown. 3. Sealed status, effect unknown. Special sealed skill. Will unlock after entering the first phase of the quest. Witnessing this, Mubai smiled faintly and sighed in awe. The critical damage bonus is insane. He held his hand over the orb, his face glowing with excitement. This haul is way beyond what I expected. After saying that, Mubai turned around and muttered to himself, "It's time to meet up with Fujia Tianxia." Meanwhile, Huatong asked Fujia Tianxia, "Big sis, when are we heading into the dungeon? The guys from Hegemony have been in there for a while already." She replied, "No rush. Let's wait a bit longer." Just then, Mubai emerged from his personal space. Seeing this, Fujia Tianxia exclaimed happily, "Brother Mubai, you're finally out." Seeing this scene, he thought to himself, "Are they just waiting to hand me money?" He then spoke up, "Everyone still waiting for me?" She whispered to him, "Not really. Did you bring the goods, or should we head somewhere else to trade?" Mubai replied gloomily, "No need, let's just do it here." Suddenly, he waved his hand forward. A few afterimages appeared, and everyone was stunned. Fujia Tianxia sighed, Mubai, your strength is truly terrifying." She thought to herself, "It seems this Mubai is definitely a player with an SSS-grade talent." He replied humbly, "Your talent is the one that really makes people envious." Then Mubai asked, "There's quite a lot of stuff. Can you handle all of it on your own?" Fujia Tianxia replied confidently, "Don't you worry, it won't be a problem at all." Moments later, the items he pulled out were stacked in a pile that made everyone's eyes pop. Huatong spoke up, "There's so many. These are all skill books. And they're B rank too. I've never even heard of some of these." Away added, "And there are so many pieces of gear too." Fujia Tianxia said, "Mubai, name your price. I'll take them all." Mubai laid out the pricing. Black iron gear is 5 silver each, bronze gear is 20 silver, and the D rank skill books are 20 gold. Fujia Tianxia didn't hesitate, tossing a bag of gold to him. "No problem. Mubai, count this gold again." Mubai quickly caught the bag of gold. Fujia Tianxia prodded, "Mubai, I think it's time you brought out the really good stuff, don't you?" He replied, "I definitely have good stuff," but Mubai immediately pulled out high-end items. "I'm just not sure if you have enough money." Fengye Xiao gasped, "Gold-tier equipment?" Awei was also astonished. "So much high-quality gear?" Huatong stared wide-eyed. "C-rank skill books." Mubai waved his hand. "Looking at your reactions, I guess you don't have enough money." Fujia Tianxia replied frankly, "To be honest, I'm a bit short right now." He said, "That's fine. I can give you all the items now, and you can pay the remainder tomorrow." He thought to himself, "Besides, the system has a trade contract, so I'm not worried about her skipping out on the payment." She spoke clearly, "Mubai, since you're being so straightforward, I won't be formal either. Tell me the total price." Mubai quoted the price. "Everything else is negotiable. But this specific skill book is 500 gold. This was a non-tiered C-rank resurrection skill, an active skill that, in a combat state, can resurrect a target player and reduce the death penalty by 50%, excluding lifespan loss. Range, 50 meters. Cast time, 5 seconds. Cooldown, 60 seconds. Mana cost, 300 points. Requires a priest class profession," Hua Tang exclaimed when she saw it. "A priest's resurrection skill?" After the trade, Mubai and Fujia Tianxia high-fived. She said, "Deal successful, I'll take it all. Mubai, I'll pay you the remaining gold tomorrow." "That okay with you?" he replied. "No problem." Watching them leave, Mubai muttered, "I remember the first effect of my God of Wealth talent is that I can shake the money tree once a day, randomly receiving between 1 and 999 gold coins." He analyzed. "She's so confident she can pay me 500 gold tomorrow. It must be thanks to the other 2 effects of her God of Wealth talent." Suddenly, Mubai called out, "Hey, Fujia Tianxia, I remember when you first defeated the bronze tier boss. The reward was 2 soul stones, right? Want to make another deal? I guarantee you guys will get the world first clear of the fog forest on nightmare difficulty, and you'll even have enough strength to farm hell difficulty." After saying that, Mubai's gaze sharpened as he stated his terms. "But the condition is, I want the soul stones from that first clear of the fog forest, plus all the soul stones you currently have." Hearing this, She looked at Feng Ye Xiaoxiao and yelled, "Deal." A while later, Su Mubai lay back comfortably on the grass, watching the battle unfold. The system chimed. Defeated, level 10 forest grasshopper, received 50% level gap bonus. Experience gained, 30 points. Defeated level 10 elite prairie wolf, received 50% level gap bonus. Experience gained, 150 points. Defeated level 10 enhanced elite prairie savage wolf, received 50% level gap bonus. Experience gained, 450 points. He closed his eyes and said confidently, "So what if I'm down to 1 HP? Life is still good, and my leveling hasn't slowed down at all." Moments later, the system notified him. Congratulations to player Su Mubai for reaching level 9. Intelligence increased, skill point +1, free attribute points +15. Su Mubai stretched and exclaimed, assigning attribute points. He muttered, "I wonder where that appraiser ran off to." Su Mubai stood up, walking forward while saying, "I traveled such a long way to find an appraiser to identify my gear, only to find not a single soul around. You tell me, why does an appraiser who's doing just fine in town prefer to go out to the prairie to seek inspiration, instead of staying in their shop?" Suddenly, the system alerted him. Your warrior has been defeated. Talent, Catastrophe activated. Your warrior has been resurrected. In full condition within the summoning space. For the next 60 minutes, this warrior cannot trigger the resurrection effect again. Hearing this, he shouted, "What? Killed in an instant again?" Su Mubai scanned the area and said, "My skeleton warrior has nearly 150,000 HP, and yet it can still be one-shotted? Is he really that strong? Could it be the appraiser? If I'd known an NPC was this powerful, I would have saved some of my own lifespan." Suddenly, a shadow appeared behind him and spoke. "Kid, not bad at all. To think you can summon so many piles of scrap bones." It was Huai Jian. Looking at the man's expression, Su Mubai thought, "It really is the appraiser. This speed is terrifying." Huai Jian asked, "I was in a rare good mood, and you went and ruined my inspiration with your trash bones. Tell me, how are you going to compensate me?" He quickly replied, Can I compensate you with money?" Hearing that, the man snatched the bag of gold and said, "Do I look like someone who lacks money?" Su Mubai hesitated. About that, before he could finish, Huaijian threw a scroll at him and said in a deep voice, "I'm not an unreasonable person. I'll take 100 gold coins. And this painting is yours as a gift. Not everyone can get their hands on my work. You might as well just be happy with what you've got." The system notified. "You have received a painting from Huaijian." Upon opening it, Su Mubai glanced at the brushwork in the painting and whispered with a sigh, "Even a 3-year-old could paint better than this." But hearing his words, Huaijian's face turned ice cold, and a murderous aura began to radiate from him. Seeing this, Su Mubai hurriedly waved his hands to explain, "Senior, you've misunderstood. I just wanted to wash my hands and clear my mind first." Only then could he slowly and carefully perceive the insights the senior had gained while creating. Suddenly, the man placed a hand on Su Mubai's shoulder and said cheerfully, "Not bad, kid. I'm in a good mood today. Do you have any items that need identifying? I'll do it for you for free." He smiled sheepishly and replied, "Really? Then thank you, sir." A moment later, a beam of light appeared in the middle of the air. Huaijian looked at the high-level items and kept praising them. "Kid, your strength is decent, and your luck is good too." In his heart, he thought, identifying 4 items for just 100 gold coins? I've taken a huge loss. Huaijian began to chant spells over the items. Shadow boots, plate armor, level 10, dark gold grade item, durability, 200/200. Requirements, equipment strength 80, constitution 50, physical defense plus 75, magic defense plus 50, health plus 800, mana plus 20, constitution plus 20, agility plus 10, movement speed plus 10%. Attached skill, shadow step, merge into the shadows, movement speed increases by 60%, damage taken reduced by 10%, lasts for 30 seconds. Cooldown, 10 minutes. After equipping, automatically learn Ghost Step. Bone Heavy Armor, Plate Armor level 10, upgradable 3/3. Dark Gold Grade Item, durability 200/200. Equipment requirements, Strength 100, Constitution 80, Physical Defense plus 180, Magic Defense plus 120, Health plus 1200, Strength plus 15, Constitution plus 25, Physical Damage Reduction 100 points, Melee Counter Damage 100 points. Attached skill, Bone Armor. Summon bone to cover the entire body. The damage reduction and counterattack effect of the bone-heavy armor increases by 300%. Lasts 30 seconds. Cooldown 10 minutes. Bone set, 1 to 2 set effect. Attack plus 10%. Physical defense plus 10%. Not yet activated. Bone spikes protrude, leaving the enemy with no idea where to strike. Bone-heavy sword. Two-handed sword. Level 10. Upgradable 3 to 3. Dark gold grade item. Durability 200 over 200. Equipment requirements. Strength 120. Attack plus 288. Strength plus 50. Each attack deals 30% splash damage. Attached skill. Power strike. Attacks have a certain chance to trigger triple damage. Bone set. 1 to 2. Violence is the ultimate aesthetic. Necklace of the Dead. Necklace, accessory level 10. Dark gold grade item. Durability 200 over 200. Equipment requirements. Spirit 100. Magic power plus 80. Health plus 500. Mana plus 1000. Spirit plus 30. Constitution plus 10. Agility plus 10. Attacks carry a curse effect, reducing the target's dual defense by 100 points. Even summoned creatures can trigger this. Attached skill, dead. The effect of negative status ailments related to fear acting on you is reduced by 50%. The dead know no fear. Finished. He turned to walk away, leaving behind these words. If it were any other day, one of these items alone would have cost 100 gold coins. You got a great deal today. All right then, next time, tell your pile of bone scraps to stay away from me. Don't disturb my inspiration seeking again. Mubai looked at the items joyfully and shouted in a hurry. Senior, wait. Hearing that, Huaijian asked annoyedly, You brat, don't tell me you have another dark gold piece that needs identifying? In his heart, he scolded himself. I really shouldn't have agreed to identify for this kid for free. What a huge loss. Mubai took out a cloak. Seeing that, he asked, You even have an epic grade item? He smiled and replied, Just lucky. In Huaijian's heart, he figured if the dark gold identification fee was that expensive, this item would definitely be even pricier. Since I have a free chance, I absolutely have to make the most of it. Snapping out of his thoughts, he turned away. I already said it would be free, so I definitely won't take your money. But my identification skill level is too low. I can't identify this. Hearing that, Mubai pouted and asked, You can't identify it? Huaijian explained irritably, I'm just a side job appraiser in the novice village. Isn't it perfectly reasonable that I can't identify an epic grade item? Mubai inwardly agreed. This old man has a point. Suddenly, he made an offer. Kid, how about I teach you the appraisal skill? He shouted in delight. Really? He thought to himself. There's such a good deal? This way, I won't have to spend money identifying equipment in the future. Huaijian gave his condition but said he had to pay tuition. Mubai asked how much. He held up 5 fingers. The kid understood and blurted out, 500? Huaijian took out a coin with a pigeon symbol, called an ancient gold coin, and replied, Exactly, but it has to be this kind of ancient gold coin. Looking at the gold coin, Mubai silently speculated. I remember that after regular coins are upgraded, they become ancient copper coins. I think they are in my inventory. Isn't the upgraded version of the gold coins actually these ancient gold coins? After speaking, Huaijian leisurely turned and walked away, saying, Come find me when you've collected enough. The system notified that Huaijian had added you as a friend. You have received the hidden quest. Collect ancient gold coins. Quest details. Collect 500 ancient gold coins for Huaijian. Quest reward. Receive the secondary profession skill. Beginner appraisal. Mubai shouted, Please wait. Hearing that, he asked annoyedly, What do you want now? Really? He had taken out a bag full of gold coins and said, Senior, look at what this is. Seeing this, Huaijian's eyes widened in shock. He looked at the bag of gold, then at Mubai, stuttering, This many ancient gold coins? The kid didn't answer but smiled triumphantly and asked, Can you teach me the appraisal skill now? Huaijian threw the book up, laughed heartily, and said, Very good, kid. You really gave me a big surprise. Take it. The system congratulated him. You have completed the hidden quest. Collect ancient gold coins. Received skill book, beginner appraisal. Immediately after, he leaped into the air, calling back, Kid, when you have enough 10,000 ancient gold coins, contact me again. I'll give you another surprise then. The notification popped up again. You have received the hidden quest. Collect ancient gold coins too. Quest details. Collect 10,000 ancient gold coins for Huaijian. Quest reward. Undetermined. Mubai wore a satisfied smile and muttered, This old man is quite interesting. telling me he'll give me another big surprise. He looked at the book being fed into the system to upgrade and said, "A beginner appraisal skill is still not enough to satisfy me." Immediately after, a beam of light shot straight into the center of Sumubai's forehead. The system popped up a series of notifications. Congratulations, you have received master-level appraisal. Once learned, you will obtain the secondary profession, Master Appraiser. Congratulations, you have changed your secondary profession to the hidden one, Master Appraiser. You have learned a new skill, Master Appraisal. Player, Mubai. Secondary profession, Master Appraiser. Skill, Master Appraisal. Master Appraisal level, 0.1000. As skill proficiency increases, the success rate of identification will increase slightly. Success rate for dark gold grade items is 60%. Success rate for epic grade items is 10%. Casting time 5 seconds. Cooldown time 60 seconds. Consumes 1000 mana. Secondary profession skills do not occupy the player's skill slots. He picked up the cloak. He asked himself, I should be able to appraise this one, right? But contrary to his expectations, the system popped up, signaling that the appraisal failed. Mubai helplessly exclaimed, "Failed? Out of a 10% success rate? Am I really this unlucky?" Mubai kept tapping the system to appraise it repeatedly, but the message kept appearing. Appraisal failed. He angrily muttered, "I refuse to believe I'll be this unlucky forever." Finally, Mubai gave up and sat down on the grass, exclaiming, "This is brutal." Suddenly, the system popped up, detecting a treasure chest in the wilderness. He turned his gaze toward the mountain, muttering, "Today is just one surprise after another. If this chest is guarded by a high-level monster, I'm going to be rich. Let me go check it out." As Mubai moved in that direction, he saw the chest placed right in the middle of a pack of vicious wolves. Looking at the chest, he laughed. As expected, Mubai summoned his minions to command them. "Minions, time to get to work." They immediately lunged into the fight with the wolves, consuming quite a bit of stamina. As the smaller wolves fell, the pack leader suddenly let out a deafening howl. Instantly, waves of wolves appeared out of nowhere. Facing that scene, Mubai blurted out, "What the hell is this? Gang up tactics?" He refused to back down and said, "Fine, let's see whose side has more." As soon as Mubai finished his sentence, the wolves were sent flying in unison. They were beaten to a pulp, only able to yelp in pain. The leader wolf collapsed powerlessly to the ground. Seeing this, Mubai gloated. Couldn't even call enough backup before falling. The system displayed a notification. You have defeated the level 10 reinforced elite prairie wolf, gained a 50% level gap bonus experience, plus 450 points for defeating the silver level boss, the prairie wolf king, gained an additional 50% level difference bonus, plus 36,000 experience points, and you have received 1 gold coin and 38 silver coins. The notifications didn't stop there. You have received 1 level 1 agility gem. You have received a basic skill book. Congratulations to the player Mubai for reaching level 10. All stats +1, skill points +1, free attribute points +15. Congratulations on becoming the first player in the Blue Star region to reach level 10 in the game Vanji. You have received the title Far Ahead. With that, he walked up to the treasure chest, muttering, "I wonder if a treasure chest in the wilderness can be upgraded?" He happily said, "Let's see." As Mubai upgraded the chest, a notification appeared, "Upgrade successful." He exclaimed, "It worked!" Mubai shouted to activate it, and a dazzling light burst forth. A notification displayed, "Found an unawakened gold-level treasure chest. Do you want to start it?" Start. Items appeared one by one, and the system fired off notifications. You have received the gold-level equipment. Deadwood Staff. You have received a gold-level hidden treasure map. He exclaimed, "Oh, just these 2 items?" Mubai held the paper in his hand and kept cheering. There was actually another treasure map. The system displayed that the paper was a gold-level treasure map, following the map's instructions to find a gold-level treasure chest. Suggestion: would you like to use the treasure map? After using it, the treasure hunting route will be marked on the system map. Please note, the final coordinate of this treasure map lies outside the newbie village area. Another warning popped up. Your level has reached the limit for the newbie village. Please find the village chief and teleport to the city that belongs to you. Otherwise, you will no longer be able to receive experience points. Upon hearing this, Mubai said, "So, at level 10, I have to leave the newbie village? Looks like I can't stay here any longer." He turned away, walking while muttering, "I'll find the village chief first and figure it out. Then I'll upgrade this treasure map a bit. The system notified. You have received a dark gold level treasure map. Suggestion. The route has been marked. The destination is in the wilderness of Jingli City. Please go to Jingli City to start the treasure hunt. Hearing that, he blurted out, Jingli City? Damn it, this path is way too far. Is this going abroad? Looks like I can't get it for now. Just then, Heng Tu walked out from a spatial portal, and seeing him, everyone excitedly pointed at him. A notification appeared saying, Newbie Village number 9527, announcement. Congratulations to the Ba Ye Guild for clearing the Foggy Land dungeon on hard difficulty. This special announcement is made in the hope that all players will follow their example. To receive generous rewards, Heng Tu spoke up. Prepare yourselves. We are about to take on the nightmare difficulty. The system appeared again. Newbie Village, number 9527 announcement. Congratulations to the player, Fu Jia Tianxia, for leading the team to clear the Foggy Land dungeon on nightmare difficulty. This special announcement is made in the hope that all players will follow their example to receive generous rewards. Suddenly, he shouted when he saw Fu Jia Tianxia and A Wei. What? They actually got it first? Heng Tu bitterly continued. How could they clear the nightmare difficulty so fast? Fu Jia Tianxia laughed and said, Just luck. At this moment, because a subordinate whispered something in his ear, he gritted his teeth and thought, Damn, that's Mubai for having equipment and skill books. On what basis is he only selling them to Fu Jia Tianxia? Heng Tu clenched his fists, growling angrily. Dare to oppose me? I'll definitely show you. On this side, Fu Jia Tianxia spoke up to get things in order, saying they would go grind levels in the hell difficulty later. Hearing that, Wei, Hua Tang, and Feng Ye Xiaoxiao all answered in unison. Yes, boss. The system popped up, grabbing her attention. Blue Star Region announcement. While Heng Tu was still casting an angry look at Fu Jia Tianxia, the system announced, Congratulations to the player Su Mubai of the Divine Dragon Empire for becoming the first player in the Blue Star region to reach level 10. This special announcement is made in the hope that all players will follow their example. To receive generous rewards, Newbie Village number 9527 announcement. Because player Su Mubai reached level 10, the Newbie Village level leaderboard will be launched earlier than expected. A leaderboard appeared clearly. Newbie Village number 9527, level leaderboard. Rank 1, Su Mubai, level 10, no faction. Rank 2, Feng Ye Xiaoxiao, level 5, no faction. Rank 3, Away, level 5, no faction. Rank 4, Still Sleepy, level 5, no faction. Rank 5, Fu Jia Tianxia, level 5, no faction. Rank 6, Manhwa Tang, level 5, no faction. Rank 7, Heng Tu Bang Yip, level 5, Bang Yip Guild. Rank 8, One Sword Cut, level 5, Bang Yip Guild. Rank 9, Chicken Flavored Rice Cake, level 5, Bang Yip Guild. Rank 10, White Snowy Milk, level 5, Bang Yip Guild. Immediately after, Heng Tu Bang Yip turned his back and walked away, grumbling, Don't get too cocky, just wait and see. Hua Tang spoke up with an expression of admiration. Boss, Su Mubai's leveling speed is insane. Feng Ye agreed. Yeah, he's like a rocket. Wei added. Before we traded, he was level 8, and we were level 5. But now Fu Jia Tianxia thought to himself, if he already had the Soul Stone, he should just give it away. Maintaining good relationships with people like her is essential. She began to teleport and said, Let's act independently for now. I need to make a trip back. Everyone shouted in unison. Understood. Upon arriving and meeting Su Mubai, Fu Jia Tianxia happily spoke up. My brother, Su Mubai. She handed him a money pouch and said, This is your first reward for completing the mission. You've received 10 beginner soul crystals. Don't forget about me when you get your hands on good loot later. Su Mubai responded politely. As they shook hands, Fu Jia Tianxia said confidently, Don't worry, regarding prices, I will definitely keep you satisfied. He also replied clearly, All right, as long as you have the funds, there will certainly be no shortage of good items. A notification appeared. Your contract with Fu Jia Tianxia has been finalized. After the contract was signed, she smiled and sighed inwardly. Indeed, as Su Mubai turned to leave, he didn't forget to advise, Contact me once you leave the Newbie Village. Watching the surroundings for a long time, he still thought that maintaining a good relationship with him was the right move. Staring at a house, Su Mubai muttered, This must be the place. Just then, the village chief approached and said, I never expected someone to reach level 10 so quickly after the descent. He spoke up. Village chief, I want to leave the newbie village. He led Mubai inside and said, All right, this is the God-forbidden land. Sooner or later, it will belong to you, descenders. Follow me. The village chief pointed to a bright zone and said, Step inside. Our village is under the jurisdiction of the East Sea region. Images of the map and a grand city appeared. This was one of the 10 great Tier 1 capital cities in the Divine Dragon Empire, and also the most prosperous coastal city in the empire. As he entered the light, his entire body was enveloped in energy rings. He continued, Reaching the East Sea region is where the real journey begins. Thank you, village chief. He replied, If fate allows, I will return to repay you. Once everything was settled, the village chief slowly walked away with his cane, sighing. Stepping outside, he muttered, The chaos of the God-forbidden land is coming. I wonder how many people will die this time. Scene shift. Liu Ruyan and Zhao Shu were walking together. He spoke up. It's him again. Zhao Shu asked Liu Ruyan if the name Mubai was truly his real name. She heard this and said dismissively, Why bother with him? Then, Liu Ruyan put on a seductive look and said, If he's that strong, once I get to meet him, he definitely won't be able to escape the palm of my hand. By this time, Mubai had been teleported to the East Sea region. He marveled, This world is just too realistic. Mubai walked around, muttering to himself, leaving the newbie village, and not even a single reward. Suddenly, a notification appeared. The Death Grimoire level has increased to 10. Seeing this, Mubai exclaimed, Oh, the Death Grimoire reached level 10 too? The book's information appeared clearly. Death Grimoire, a special item exclusive to Mubai's class, cannot be dropped, cannot be damaged, cannot be traded, can be summoned or retracted at will. Level 10. Passive attributes. Magic intensity plus 300. All stats plus 100. Damage against undead creatures increased by 100%. Your summoned creatures also receive this effect. Special effect, Soul Absorption. You and your summoned creatures will absorb a portion of soul power after killing a target. After wild monsters are killed by you, their respawn time doubles, and players killed by you suffer double penalties, including lifespan, currently not consuming 1,000 soul points. You will receive a second chance to unlock the Death Grimoire after level 30, which will trigger the special effect. Second, this is a rulebook that only you are permitted to view. After meeting the requirements, you can learn exclusive Deathlord skills from this book. Finishing the read, he sighed. The death penalty is doubled, plus the ability to learn exclusive skills is quite interesting. Mubai opened the book, and a series of characters were absorbed into his mind. A notification appeared. You have learned a new skill, Death Gaze. He clutched his head and complained. That damn feeling of impending death, the system explained Death Gaze. SSS rank. Level 10 active skill. Stare at the target to burn their soul. Skill effect 1. Deals true damage equal to 50% of magic power every second, lasting for 10 seconds. 2. Creatures being stared at will be continuously affected by the fear effect. 3. All creatures with lower HP than you will have all their stats reduced by 20% the moment they are stared at. This effect only depends on HP and cannot be resisted by any defense. 4. Creatures destroyed by Death Gaze will suffer extreme pain. After respawning, they will fall into a weakened state, with all stats reduced by 40% for 12 hours. Instant cast, 60-second cooldown, consumes 5% maximum mana. After releasing, no need to maintain eye contact. Maximum attack range is 100 meters. Where your eyes gaze, death follows. Reading this, Mubai widened his eyes and shouted, Dealing true damage every second, plus the upgrade properties. Damage and range are doubled. Death Gaze, isn't this just look and kill anyone? This is way too broken. Suddenly, a figure stepped out from the spatial gate and said, I didn't expect that among the Descenders. Someone would actually awaken this power. Kid, you are very lucky, but also very unlucky. Oh, who is that? Seeing this, Mubai respectfully bowed. C2, greetings. C2 spoke up. Indeed, the power of death. You have changed into a Lord-class profession. Such a class shouldn't exist in the God-forbidden land. A surge of power wrapped around Mubai's hand. He thought to himself, Huh? He saw through my hidden class again. He took out an item and said, It's a pity that when you take that step, it will be much harder than for other Lord classes. Oh, what do you mean? Young man, consider this my test. Overcome it, and I will give you some information regarding the Death Lord. A series of notifications appeared. You received a quest item, Medal of the Forgotten. You have received an epic rank quest, Situ's Test. Quest content. Traverse the Forgotten Land and reach 100% exploration. Failure penalty. None. Mubai looked at the item. Failure penalty. None? Could it be that I just picked up an epic rank quest for free? Afterward, looking up, he saw C2 had already vanished. The Machumo quest started. The system showed a countdown of 4 minutes and 58 seconds until teleportation to the Forgotten Land. He exclaimed in surprise. Seriously? A 5-minute countdown? You didn't give me any time to prepare. I was planning to socket some gems into my gear. Mubai stood there blankly and said, Is there anyone kind enough to tell me where the teleportation array for the Forgotten Land is? A moment later, he was transported to a desolate, barren place. System notification. You have entered the Forgotten Land. Quest update. C2's epic trial has officially begun. Traverse the Forgotten Land within 72 hours and reach 100% exploration. Mubai exclaimed, 72 hours to clear the trial? After that, he summoned his skeletons and gave the order. Better summon my minions, or I won't feel safe. From a swirling vortex of light, many skeletons flew out. This is a level 5 bone mage. Agility, 5080. Constitution HP, 20,640. Magic power, 10,160. Physical defense, 1,693. Skill, Fireball, Grade E, Level 9. Casting A, Fireball strikes the target, dealing fire attribute magic damage equal to 220% of magic power. Casting time, 1.5 seconds. Cooldown, 30 seconds. Mubai laughed. With more minions using fireballs, our firepower is even stronger now. Suddenly, rows of skeletons rose from the ground. He wondered, what on earth is this? Seeing this, he muttered, the whole town turned into this? There can't be that many, right? Their info appeared. Skeleton, level 20, common, HP, 5,000, attack, 210, physical defense, 120, magic defense, 80. Weak creatures found everywhere in the Forgotten Land. He was shocked. They're all level 20. Regaining his composure, Mubai waved his hand and commanded, full attack. A moment later, a notification appeared. Killed level 20 skeleton. Received 50% level gap bonus, plus 30 experience points. Superior lead activated. Received 6 additional experience points. Mubai wondered why level 20 monsters gave less experience than a level 10 wild bull. At least there's a lot of them. System notification. Killed level 20 skeleton. Received 50% level gap bonus, plus 30 experience points. Superior lead activated. Received 6 additional experience points. An idea crossed his mind. He muttered, let's try out my new skill. Death's Gaze. Mubai immediately unleashed Death's Gaze. A powerful surge of spiritual energy erupted, blowing away the skeletons and dealing massive damage. System notification. Killed level 20 skeleton. Received 50% level gap bonus. Experience plus 30. Superior lead activated. Received 6 additional experience points. He kicked a skull and said, done. But wait, these skeletons actually have souls? Mubai rubbed his hands excitedly. Well then, I won't be polite. Time to recover my mana by absorbing their death aura. But why didn't his points show up in the death codex? Mubai muttered, confused. What's going on? I definitely didn't take their souls. Suddenly, a voice echoed from above, this is the Forgotten Land. We were all cursed while we were alive. Our souls were long ago imprisoned here. He jumped. Who's there? The old man introduced himself. I am Later, one of the Forgotten. Later, Special Elite, Soul Entity, Level 20. HP, 100,000. As a soul entity, he is immune to physical damage. Current exploration, 10%. Mubai sighed. What do you mean by a curse? Later broke into a sweat. To harvest souls, you must break the curse. Mubai asked blankly, how do I break the curse? He pointed toward a glowing pillar. Inside stood a rotting coffin containing a bizarre, sealed entity. Mubai remarked, creepy. Let's go take a look. Standing before it, he said, even my minions are scared of this? What's so weird about this coffin? System notification. Soul-locking coffin. Shield value, 1 million out of 1 million. Physical defense, 1,000. Magic defense, 1,000. Notification. You discovered a soul-locking coffin. Exploration plus 2%. Destroying the soul-locking coffin adds 3%. Warning. Destroying it will release a terrifying entity. Proceed with caution. Later shouted, right here, destroy it, Mubai said calmly. A terrifying entity? Let's see how terrifying it really is. Su Mubai ordered the bone mages, smash it to pieces. They immediately attacked, trying to snap the chains. Under heavy assault, its HP gradually drained away. When the coffin shattered, the Soul King screamed, "It's out! He's out!" A bizarre figure emerged. Info: The Forgotten New. Bone Ice Witch. Level 20. Boss, Dark Gold Grade. HP: 15 million. Magic Power: 12,800. Physical Defense: 1,500. Magic Defense: 2,100. Ice Element Resistance: 20%. Skills: Bone Ice Magic Chain, Dark Curse Magic Chain. He seemed to be trying to transform into a lich, but clearly it only half succeeded. No shouted angrily, "Outsider! You ruined my transformation." Later clutched his head in fear. "Run away!" No said gleefully, "You're full of thick death energy. If I absorb your energy, I'll definitely finish my transformation." Su Mubai replied indifferently, "Absorb me? Who taught you that line?" He ordered his skeletons. "Squad, charge." They rushed into battle. No raised his hand to block, showing no fear. He decisively pulled out an arrow and said, "I didn't expect so many skeletons to appear." Nu waved his hand forcefully, shattering the skeletons. He roared, "Watch me crush them." Arrows kept flying. Ne was slightly surprised, but he was already gathering massive energy. As the attacks hit, he raised his hand to form a shield, a frozen shield, and asked, "Who are you exactly? Why can you summon so many powerful undead creatures?" Neyu's eyes flashed with angry blue sparks. He began to summon, "Come forth, my servants." System notification. Abomination, level 20. HP, 150,000. Attack, 1,960. Physical defense, 800. Magic defense, 700. Skills: Iron Hook, Plague Fog. This ugly thing was stitched together from all kinds of corpses. The demons began to crawl from the ground along with the miasma. Corpse-eating ghoul, level 20. HP, 80,000. Attack, 1,580. Physical defense, 500. Magic defense, 420. Skill: Bite. This type of undead creature always smells rotten. Seeing this, Su Mubai held his nose and complained, "Why does it smell so bad?" He muttered angrily, "Looks like I have to let you taste my new skill, Death's Gaze." When hit by the ultimate move, Nu froze. System notification. You used Death's Gaze on the Forgotten Nu. Your life level determination is higher than the opponent's. The Forgotten Nu's total attributes are reduced by 40%. Su Mubai wondered to himself, could it be that this Lord of Death class has actually raised my life level? As his strength waned, he knelt down and exclaimed in disbelief, "How can this be?" Su Mubai turned away coldly and ordered, "Skeletal squad, clear out these small fry. Wipe out those cursed corpses immediately." Standing before his enemy, he declared clearly, "Finish them off for me." As the enemy's stats were continuously drained, he shrieked, "No, I cannot be forgotten." Just as his enemy began to fade away, the system notification rang out. Target defeated. Level 20 Amber Tier Boss. The Forgotten One. You have received a 50% experience bonus, plus 750,000 experience points. Overlevel bonus. 150,000 experience points received. Congratulations, player Su Mubai. You have reached level 12. 4 points into agility, 1 skill point, and 15 free attribute points. Su Mubai felt a mix of surprise and excitement. Is it over? Not bad. He had leveled up straight to 12. Just then, the system notified him. You have received an Amber Tier item. Cursed Crown Shard 1. He picked up the glowing shard, Cursed Crown Shard 17, Amber Tier item. If you collect all the shards, the cursed crown will automatically restore itself. The person who wears it will be continuously eroded by death energy. Hearing this, Su Mubai felt frustrated. The small monsters don't drop anything, and even the boss is this stingy, and it wants me to collect shards? But still, it is an Amber Tier piece. Once restored, it'll surely be a legendary tier item. I'll keep it for now. Suddenly, Later popped out from nowhere and shouted, startling him. You're so powerful. You actually managed to free him. We must hurry and rescue the next one. Then, Later immediately got into a ready stance. Follow me. It's right up ahead. But this time, it might not be so easy. Su Mubai wondered. Huh? You mean there's still someone else? Hearing this, he pouted in annoyance. What do you mean? If it's too hard, I'm not going. Seeing Su Mubai's disgusted expression, Later quickly reassured him. Don't worry. He flew over and handed him a scroll. I have a skill book here to give you. Su Mubai asked. You had a skill book? Why didn't you bring it out sooner? As soon as he opened it, the system sounds echoed continuously. Corpse explosion. Level 1, active skill. Detonate the corpse or remains of the target to deal magic damage to all enemies within a 5-meter radius. Cannot be used on boss corpses. Damage equals 10% of the target's living health, plus 100% of magic power. Casting range, 30 meters. Instant cast. Cooldown, 30 seconds. Costs 300 mana. Sumubai's pupils widened. He was thrilled. Corpse explosion? Seems like an AoE damage skill. Great. Let's try leveling it up. He looked at the resources flooding in and couldn't help but feel excited. Level up successful. Your C-tier skill, Corpse Explosion, has been upgraded to B-tier skill, Advanced Corpse Explosion. Advanced Corpse Explosion, B-tier. Level 1. Active skill. Detonate target corpses or remains. Deals magic damage to all enemies within a 10-meter radius. Cannot be used on boss corpses. Damage equals 15% of the target's living health, plus 150% of magic power. Casting range, 50 meters. Instant cast. Cooldown, 30 seconds. Costs 600 mana. Immediately after, Sumubai tested it on a corpse. In the blink of an eye, a massive explosion erupted in front of him, kicking up a cloud of dust. He couldn't help but exclaim, "Is the power really this strong? Plus, the range is huge." Later, standing nearby, couldn't hide his excitement either. "Sumubai, you are the strongest man I have ever seen. You truly are an invincible existence," Sumubai replied. "I don't believe your sweet talk. But at least I finally have an AoE skill. My monster grinding speed will definitely increase quite a bit now. Let's go." An hour later, Sumubai was ready for battle. This forgotten land map is truly huge. His eyes sharpened with satisfaction. "Counting you, that makes exactly 7. The very next second, Sumubai used his skill, catching Wanter off guard. Corpse explosion. Wanter let out a shrill scream. "No, this is impossible. No one can kill the Forgotten One. You will eventually pay a heavy price." With just one blow, Wanter collapsed and dropped a shard. Just as Sumubai bent down to pick it up, having collected all 7 shards and wondering what gear it would forge, later panicked and shouted from afar, "Don't combine those cursed items. You'll be eroded by it." But it was too late. He had already combined all the shards. "What are you rambling about?" Seeing this, later looked as if he were about to collapse. "It's over." The system notifications chimed repeatedly. "You have received the legendary tier item. Cursed Crown. Hint. Cursed Crown. Restoration successful. Current exploration level, 50%. Sumubai held the crown in his hands and marveled. As expected, after upgrading the shards, the item's tier finally rose by 1 level. But this 50% exploration rate proves there are still other monsters here. Later kept warning him. "Sumubai, throw it away. Otherwise, you'll be eroded by the death energy and end up just like them, a mindless walking corpse." He ran over impatiently and grabbed his shoulder. "Sumubai, what are you standing there for? Throw it away." The system chimed in. "You are being eroded by the death energy of the cursed crown." Both Sumubai and Lauder panicked immediately. What is happening? Is there truly someone even more terrifying left? Skeletal squad, defensive formation. From beneath the ground, massive amounts of magical energy surged upward, causing Later to scream in terror. "It's him! It's him!" The system notification rang out again. The aura of the cursed crown has awakened the Franklin, who was sleeping beneath the Forgotten Land. Later kept warning him. "He is the one who cursed us. He is the one who turned this place into the Forgotten Land. Sumubai, I beg you, please help me kill this beast, Franklin. For that, I am willing to sacrifice everything." A system window appeared. Sunset Town Mayor, Later's Remnant Soul. Special Elite, Spirit Form Level 20. HP, 100,000 100,000. Skill, Spirit Possession. Increases the target's primary stats by 20%. Spirit Form is immune to physical damage. Later had remembered everything. He used to be the mayor of Sunset Town, and now he was the only remnant soul left. It seemed this NPC was on his side. He nodded. "All right, I'll help you." While Sumubai was distracted, the soul suddenly lunged into his forehead. "You have accepted the unique hidden quest." Later's request. Quest objective, kill Franklin. Quest reward, unknown. You have received the blessing of spirit possession. Mental attributes increased by 20%. Later cheered. "Thank you. Franklin is terrifyingly strong. I will try my best to fight alongside you." Amidst the dense magical energy, Franklin appeared. The Forgotten One, Franklin Frost Lich. Level 20. In a severely wounded state. Stats reduced. Epic boss. 15 million HP. 48,000 magic power. 5,000 physical defense. 8,000 magic defense. 35% ice resistance. 30% shadow resistance. 25% death resistance. With various shadow and death spells. Standing before you is a true lich. Even though his soul has suffered heavy damage, he is not to be underestimated. He rises into the sky, his dark magic shrouding the heavens. That pathetic wretch from back then, he actually survived? I can feel the restored power of Franklin as he reaches out, his voice raspy and filled with curses. But as this surge of power grows, he stretches out his hand and declares, "Come to me, my crown. Return to your master at once." Suddenly, he looks completely panicked. This is impossible. Why is my crown refusing my call? Meanwhile, Mubai just smirks triumphantly. Stop spouting nonsense. Why would something in my hand listen to you? He puts it on his head without hesitation. I'm wearing it right now, tell me, does it look like a good fit? The system window appears. Cursed crown. Headgear. Level 10 to 120. Legendary tier item. Durability. 1 million out of 1 million. Required for equipment. The Forsaken. Franklin. The Death Lord can ignore these requirements and force equip it. Once the target is killed, the equipment requirements will return to normal. Base stats at level 15. Physical defense plus 100. Magic defense plus 200. Health plus 2000. Energy plus 4000. All attributes plus 75. Additional effects. 1. Spirit plus 10%. 2. Curse resistance plus 30%. 3. The wearer suffers constant necrotic erosion. Passive skill. Curse power. All your spells will carry a curse effect. Randomly apply 2 types of curses to the target. Lasts 5 seconds. Cooldown 5 seconds. Aura skill. Curse aura. Once activated, this aura skill reduces the speed of all enemies within 100 meters by 30%, including, but not limited to, attack speed, movement speed, and casting speed. It consumes 200 energy points per second and has no cooldown. Curse is an art, after all. Seeing this, he can't hide his rage and shouts, "Come forth, Obsidian Knights." They are level 20 Obsidian Knights, summoned creatures, with 200,000 out of 200,000 health. Attack power, 6,800. Physical defense, 1,800. Magic defense, 1,800. Skills, Obsidian Charge, Obsidian Power, Obsidian Shield. Yet, Mubai remains completely calm. The Legion of an epic tier boss is indeed on a different level than those dark gold bosses. Looking for minions to help? Fine, let's see what you've got. Skeleton Squad, move out. Every time the Obsidian Knights attack, his skeleton squad blocks them. The two sides clash endlessly, filling the air with dust and debris. Not stopping there, Mubai continues to use his curse aura. Large whirlpools appear around him, wiping out enemies and slowing them by 30%. Forget riding a horse, you'd move slower than a snail even if you were driving. Franklin grits his teeth in pure rage. Damn you, you're over there. Mubai lets out a sinister laugh. At level 15, my 2 legendary tier items, the Crown and the Death Gospel, have boosted my stats significantly. My attributes are nearly double what they were when I first arrived in this forsaken land. It's just a shame this cursed crown can't be leveled up. Provoked, Franklin attacks again. You mortal. You seek death. Mubai retorts, as if I'd ever give you the chance to catch your breath. Mubai's eyes shine with triumph. Let's see how you handle this. The system rings. Notification. You have used Death Gaze on the Forsaken, Franklin. Your life level is higher than the target's. Notification. You have cast Curse of Anguish on the Forsaken, Franklin. Deals shadow damage equal to 100% of your magic intensity every second. It lasts for 5 seconds. After being hit, Franklin can hardly believe it. This is absolutely impossible. His entire body trembles in pain and agitation. Who are you exactly? Mubai's face darkens, and he replies cryptically, You don't need to know my name. He dashes forward, infuriating Franklin even further. You detestable human, how dare you insult the Great Lich? Still refusing to submit, he strikes again. No matter who you are, you will be buried in this forsaken land today. A magic orb surrounds him, lifting him above a swirling cyclone. That vortex tears through everything in its path. Franklin pours all his power into destroying everything around him. Kill this human and take back my power. He reaches out his hand and screams, Come out! Immediately, almost all the creatures appear. The undead bone dragon, Cacus. Level 20, currently in a heavily damaged state, level reduced. Epic tier boss. Health, 20 million out of 20 million. Attack, 12,000. Physical defense, 10,000. Magic defense, 6,000. Death element resistance, 30%. Skills, Bone Prison, White Bone Hell, Death Storm. The Bone Dragon Cacus appears, and the exploration progress hits 90%. Mubai can't help but sigh. Even a bone dragon? Seriously? It's no wonder this is the trial set by the Lord of East Sea City. The difficulty level is truly insane. While he's distracted, the monsters swarm him, but Mubai manages to block the strike. Strengthened block. Hold them off for me. Seeing this, Franklin can't believe his eyes. No, this is impossible. It's just a skeleton warrior. How can it withstand my bone dragon? Even Mubai feels a bit uneasy. The skeleton warrior's strength has increased by 640%, plus heavy impact damage, critical hits, and double damage against undead creatures from the Death Gospel. It's dealing millions in damage. It's terrifying. The system notifications keep chiming. Death absorption response. Notification. You have consumed all necrotic energy. Strengthen the skeleton warrior's primary attributes by 640%. A moment later, the system alerts him again. You are suffering from necrotic erosion from the cursed crown. Necrotic energy gain? Mubai is slightly suspicious. Collecting necrotic energy? Isn't this just a portable power bank? But in the next second, his gaze sharpens dangerously. Next, I'll make sure you learn your lesson. On the other side, Franklin keeps attacking madly, cursing, "Damn human, that is my cursed crown." Not stopping there, he slams his staff into the ground and unleashes a technique. Ice Hell. Franklin directs his power towards Mubai, sending him flying. He laughs in satisfaction. Take this. You'll be finished by this beam of death. With your frail human body, you're definitely dead. But when he sees Mubai standing unscathed, Franklin immediately panics. No, this is impossible. You've actually learned life share? He continues to attack wildly. So it's life share, is it? It's not like you don't have weaknesses. Franklin raises his staff high, creating a rose made of withered death magic. Every time a beam hits the ground, another monster spawns, locking them into a bone prison. In the blink of an eye, Mubai is surrounded by them, white bone hell. His pupils dilate, and sweat pours down his face. Do you want to use an area of effect skill to break my life share? But soon after, Mubai got into a combat stance. I recalled the unupgraded skeletons into the summoning space. Let's see how you'll break it. He quickly calculated. To defeat the bandits, first capture their leader. He would resolve this directly. This scene left Franklin slightly surprised. With every passing second, Mubai's points were continuously being deducted, but he just gritted his teeth, enduring it a little longer. It was almost over. After a while of fighting, he slumped to the ground and shouted, "You detestable human, you lost." Yet, Mubai didn't have a single scratch. Lost? Are you kidding me? The notification about consuming death energy points to empower me left Franklin with no choice but to flee. No. He looked at the creature ready to devour him and screamed, "Music, this is impossible." But before he could run, Franklin vanished. After that, the system sounded. You have destroyed the physical body of the Forgotten One, Franklin. Received 70% additional experience, total experience gained, 12.75 million. Congratulations, player Mubai. You have leveled up to 17. All stats +1, skill point +1, free attribute points +15. The monsters vanished one by one following the system announcement. Defeated the level 20 epic undead bone dragon Cacus. Received 70% additional experience. Total experience gained, 25 million. Congratulations, player Mubai. You have leveled up to 19. All stats +1, skill point +1, free attribute points +15. Congratulations, you have become the first player in the Blue Star region to solo an epic boss. Main attribute reward +100, skill points +50. Life Soul Stone, level 50. Mubai's energy gradually restored, he leveled up to 19, and was gifted 50 soul stones. So satisfying. He gripped the fragments in his hands and marveled. All of them had upgraded into high-grade soul stones. Now I don't have to worry about running out of lifespan anymore. The system notified again. Upgrade successful. You received 50 high-grade life soul stones. High-grade life soul stone, a special item. After absorbing it, your lifespan increases by 1 year. Every moment, Mubai was becoming stronger. You have absorbed 50 high-grade life soul stones. Lifespan increased by 50 years. Total lifespan over 51 years. He looked extremely excited. The longevity crisis had finally been resolved. Elsewhere, a system sound echoed, announcing to the Blue Star region, "Congratulations, player Mubai of the Dragon God Empire, for becoming the first player in the Blue Star region to solo an epic boss. Special announcement, we encourage other players to learn from this to receive rich rewards." The little girl cheered. Soloing an epic boss. Another notification triggered. Fujia Tianxia also exclaimed, as expected of the legendary Mubai. "It seems I really have to hug this thigh tightly." Beside him, Away added, after not hearing Mubai trigger a notification all night. "It feels strange now, but this is much more comfortable." At this moment, Zhao Shu looked around and said, "Liu Ruyan, it seems we have to leave the newbie village quickly to go and meet this guy named Mubai." Liu Ruyan also looked proud. He is indeed quite impressive, but as long as he is a man, whether it's Mubai or not, they will all have to kneel at my feet. At this moment, Mubai's eyes lit up when he saw something. A necklace appeared along with the system sound. "You have received a special epic item, the Dragon Skull Necklace. Dragon Skull Necklace, a special epic tier item. Use this item to obtain an epic tier mount, Undead Bone Dragon." Seeing this, he became extremely interested. "Damn, this Dragon Skull Necklace is insane. With this, I can ride an epic flying beast. So, if I upgrade it a little, wouldn't it be?" The system kept notifying. "Upgrade successful. You have received a special legendary item, Bone Horn. Bone Horn, a legendary tier special item. Blow into it. You will receive a legendary tier mount from the spirit realm. Frostbone Dragon." Mubai couldn't stop marveling. This is way too awesome. He then tried blowing the horn. Every sound it emitted created magic power that surprised even Mubai. The aura of death is really thick. Suddenly, a creature appeared in front, accompanied by a shout. "Ignorant human." The Frostbone Dragon crawled out of the portal and asked, "You summoned me, and yet you are this weak?" But immediately after, it couldn't move, leaving Mubai confused. That was the punishment of the Light of Purification. Mubai scrambled backward and shouted, "Light of Purification, don't you touch me." But then, the Frostbone Dragon suddenly became obedient. "Master." It knelt before him in a submissive posture. "I am willing to be your mount." The system sound rang out again, initializing mount space. "You have received the legendary tier mount, Frostbone Dragon." At this time, the system announced to the Earth region, "Congratulations to player Mubai of the Dragon God Empire for obtaining a mount." The Earth region mount leaderboard has opened earlier than expected. It automatically shrunk and climbed onto Mubai's shoulder. "Earth region mount leaderboard," he smirked smugly. "Mounts have a leaderboard? Could it be that they have skills too?" As he finished, the system menu appeared. Rank 1, Mubai, Frostbone Dragon, Legendary Mount. Rank 2, None. Rank 3, None. Mubai gazed at the creature on his arm and wondered, is this the true power of a mythical creature? Scene shifts to another place. They were all panicked upon seeing the notification. There was even a mount leaderboard. One person couldn't help but exclaim, "My God, the great god Mubai, and it's a mythical tier Frostbone Dragon." The person beside him added, "I suspect Mubai doesn't live in the same game world as us." Suddenly, a man walked up and spoke, "Hey, don't compare yourself to Mubai anymore. I just met the boss. That guy is only level 3, and he has F-rank talent." He laughed with relief. "If you say that, I feel much better. Those black-hearted capitalists, their money is worthless here." That's right. Switching the scene to Mubai, later was rushing over in a panic. "Lord Mubai, I have sensed the location of the life box." He curiously asked, "Where is it?" The man quickly pointed forward. "It's over there. Follow me." Then Mubai followed later's lead. In front, an item appeared. Franklin's life box, an epic tier item. Durability, 1 million out of 1 million. This is a life-saving treasure that Franklin meticulously crafted during his peak. It contains his soul fire. As long as the life box remains intact, the wizard will never die. He picks it up and can't help but exclaim, "This is insane. A durability of 1 million. A second later, suddenly screams, "Mubai, I want to deal with this guy myself." But Mubai quickly shuts him down. "You, with nothing but a lingering soul, what do you think you can do to me?" Without hesitation, he snatched the life box. "The people you've devoured will show you your final fate. Franklin, your limit has been reached," he declared, leaving Franklin no time to react. You didn't." A moment later couldn't hide his emotion. "Thank you for everything you've done for Donghai Town." He burst into tears while speaking his final words. "Thank you." As later faded away, The system notifications rang out incessantly. Notification. You have received 1,000 soul points. You have defeated the level 20 epic boss, Franklin the Forgotten. You have gained 70% experience points, plus 12.75 million experience points. Congratulations to all players for reaching level 20. Intelligence +1, skill +1, attribute points +15. You have completed the hidden quest, Later's Plea, and received 1,000 experience points and 1,000 gold coins. Notification. Current exploration progress is 100%. You have completed the epic level challenge quest from C2. Return to Donghai City and find C2 to receive your reward. You have received 1,200 gold coins, 20 level 5 attribute gems, and 10,000 year ice crystals of epic grade. You have received 124 primary soul stones. Mokbok spoke up. Quest completed, and I've just hit level 20. Let's go. A moment later, Mokbok stepped out of the teleportation gate. In the Donghai teleportation plaza, he couldn't help but laugh in satisfaction. There isn't a single player in Donghai City yet. It seems they haven't reached level 10. Mokbok then glanced at the bone ice dragon perched on his shoulder. Since that's the case, let's test out my mount first. Then he shouted to summon it. Bone Ice Dragon. As the Bone Ice Dragon returned to its true form, Mokbok spoke. Let's go find C2 to turn in the quest. He stood tall on its back as it spread its wings to take flight. Everyone who saw the Bone Ice Dragon fly by was left in awe. Observing from afar, C2 couldn't help but exclaim that this kid had far exceeded his expectations. Very quickly, Mokbok arrived at his location. City Lord, Immediately, C2 waved his hand, ordering the boy to shrink it down. He turned his back and said in a cold voice, "The old man here cannot handle its presence." Then he led him inside. "It seems your class isn't just a simple lord class." Hearing that, Mokbok was a bit puzzled. "What do you mean?" As soon as he sat down, he asked bluntly, "Are there different types of lord classes?" C2 replied, "I'm not entirely sure myself, but since you passed the test, I will naturally answer some of your questions." At that moment, the system sound suddenly rang out. "You have completed the epic level challenge quest from C2. Mokbok thought to himself, "How stingy. There isn't even a quest reward." Then, C2 reached out his hand and explained thoroughly. In the Myriad Worlds game, classes are divided by grade. 1. Common classes. 2. Hidden classes. High-level hidden classes. 3. Unique hidden classes. 4. Specialized hidden classes. Your Deathlord class is a top-tier specialized hidden class. Usually, you wouldn't be able to reach the highest level at this stage, because you only get your first breakthrough opportunity at level 29. This is the part that puzzles me the most. Hearing that, he told himself, "In short, I can't say I reached this level thanks to the system's leveling." He warned him again, "But don't get too excited too early. The more powerful the class, the harder it is to break through." Mokbok's eyes turned serious. "I still hope the City Lord can offer more guidance." C2 added, "If this Deathlord class wants to advance, it needs to experience a sufficient number of deaths." Then he explained carefully, "In the near future, a great war will certainly break out in the forbidden land of the Dragon Temple, which serves as the protector of the entire Divine Dragon Empire. I hope you go to the neighboring countries to conquer this land. Only then will the human race truly have the right to step into the Myriad Worlds." Hearing this, Mokbok was a bit confused, but the national borders haven't opened yet. Understanding his concern, C2 quickly instructed, "Find this person, then give this letter to him. He will allow you to cross the border to find treasures." Just as he picked up the photo, Mokbok recognized it was Huai Jian. At this moment, the system rang out again. "Notification. You have signed a contract with the Divine Dragon Temple. In the future, you can only stay in other countries for a limited time. If you violate the contract, you will be hunted by the Divine Dragon Temple. If the Divine Dragon Empire unifies the Forbidden Land, this contract will be voided." Then he stood up to retrieve something. "Wait until you reach the 3rd stage. I advise you to join the Divine Dragon Temple. Besides that, the old man also has a gift for you." C2 handed it to him and instructed, "With this, you will be able to move freely in Donghai City without obstruction." Mokbok quickly accepted it. "Thank you, City Lord." He looked at the item in his hand and couldn't help but feel excited. Donghai, Command 00711, a special item. A token crafted by C2 himself. Owning it will make you the owner of residence number 007 in Donghai City. Mokbok sighed in relief. "Now, I finally own a house in a first-tier city." C2 looked at Mokbok and instructed seriously. "Now that you have this token, you can do almost anything you want in Donghai City. which made him wonder, anything? Then, in the next second, Mokbok's pupils sharpened, shining dangerously. Can I kill people? He was slightly surprised by the other's question. Kill people? Who do you want to kill? He gripped the token in his hand with all his resentment. Just some enemies that need to be dealt with. After the exchange, Mokbok rode the Bone Ice Dragon away. Scene changed to Donghai City. He looked around and marveled. This is the first time I've actually had the chance to observe Donghai City properly. It's really not small. It looks almost as big as the capital of the Divine Dragon Kingdom. Upon arrival, it landed so Mokbok could jump down. This must be it. At this moment, 2 guards approached and blocked him. Private residence, forbidden to enter. But Mokbok just gently threw the token toward them. A guard picked it up and examined it carefully. This is after that. He put his hands in his pockets and walked in leisurely. Can I go in now? The 2 guards bowed respectfully. It turns out to be Master to Mokbok. You can naturally go in. As he stepped inside, Mokbok marveled. The city lord is quite generous. At this moment, a sound rang out. Would you like to change the name? It made him pause. It also needs a name. What should I call it? To Mokbok Yuan. Very quickly, a sign appeared before his eyes. Respected master of the Bok Sa Yuan, welcome home. Now, to Mokbok Yuan has become your teleportation point and revival point in Donghai City. Then Mokbok walked straight inside. No repairs needed. Just bring his belongings and move in. He quickly threw himself onto the comfortable chair, just in time to rest and learn some more skills. Mubai flipped through the pages of the book and rubbed his chin thoughtfully. He had spent 1,000 soul points in the blink of an eye. Suddenly, he found a prompt. You have learned a new skill, Rift Leap. Rift Leap, SSS rank, level 1050. An active skill for dimension jumping. Move as your body desires. Skill effect 1. Use a rift as a stepping stone to teleport to the designated location, removing all negative effects. 2. After teleporting, you are protected by the power of death, becoming immune to all damage and negative effects for 3 seconds. 3. Activate death barriers at 2 coordinates. You and designated allied units can pass through them freely. Non-designated units cannot touch the death barriers, and their attacks will pass straight through them. While the death barrier is active, allies who pass through won't die can they keep fighting even if their health points hit 0. Instantly clear the 15-second cooldown for Leap. Consume a maximum of 1% mana points. Casting range under 200 meters. Death barrier cooldown is 120 seconds, consuming a maximum of 1% mana per second, lasting up to 30 seconds, with a casting range under 500 meters. Reading this, Mubai's eyes lit up. Teleportation was exactly the skill he was missing. Without wasting a single second, he acted quickly. Another SSS rank skill. This is amazing, I have to test it out. Then, without any hesitation, he dove into the teleportation gate. Seeing Mubai appear, the guard was slightly surprised. Mubai quickly reassured him. Don't be nervous. I'm just testing a skill. At this moment, Mubai's eyes showed clear excitement. I wonder if I can link this to the summoning space. Suddenly, many ferocious-looking monsters appeared before his eyes. This sight left him unable to hide his excitement. It's even stronger than I imagined. Doesn't this mean I can directly designate the Undead Legion? It's truly invincible. The only downside is that SSS rank skills can no longer be leveled up. Then, Mubai reached out to summon his magical power. First things first, let's exchange some money. He went to the shops to look for gems. The lady waved happily. Handsome. If you find any more of these gems later on, feel free to come find me anytime. With every shop he visited, Mubai found more. He walked down the street, feeling thoroughly satisfied. Not bad at all. I bought level 3 to 4 stones, upgraded them once, and resold them, making over 200,000. I really am a profiteer. Next, let's head to the auction house and see what kind of good items they have. Mubai walked toward a location and entered a magnificent palace. He looked incredibly satisfied. One look was enough to know this was a place for spending money. Suddenly, Xiao Yu appeared and blocked Mubai's path. Excuse me, sir. The second floor is an area reserved for the auction. She pointed to a board and said, You need to purchase an admission ticket to go up. He read the instructions once and calculated silently. The cheapest type costs 1,000 gold coins, while the most expensive goes up to 100,000. Just how expensive must the items auctioned here be? After that, Mubai presented his token. Does having this get me a discount? Seeing this, Xiao Yu quickly realized he was a distinguished guest of the city lord. Very quickly, she handed him a card. Mr. Mubai, this card belongs to you. Please accept this VIP card, number 007. Whenever an auction starts at the Donghai Auction House, you will receive a notification. You can use your VIP card to teleport directly to VIP room 007. Mubai was slightly surprised. For free? Xiao Yu replied. Of course, the Donghai Auction House is property of the city lord. Therefore, you will be treated as a VIP guest when you come here. Then she added that he would enjoy a 50% discount on processing fees for his consigned and auctioned items. Additionally, if you are short on funds during the auction, we can provide you with an interest-free loan of up to 10,000 soul coins. The more he heard, the more surprised Mubai became. Soul coins? He asked. What is the exchange rate between soul coins and gold coins? Xiao Yu immediately introduced it in detail. Typically, one soul coin is worth 10,000 gold coins. Each soul coin contains a small amount of temporal energy, equivalent to 1 hour of lifespan, and requires a special method to refine. Soul Fate stones are forged by experts using the temporal energy extracted from soul coins. Hearing this, Mubai sighed to himself. It seems that in the forbidden land of the gods, soul coins are the only currency that truly has value. Right after that, he asked urgently, "Can these items be auctioned? And can we trade using soul coins?" She happily answered, "Of course. Based on experience, each level 1 gem is equivalent to 9 to 10 soul coins. The auction house charges a 10% commission on the total auction value. Of course, you only need to pay 5%. Not even a second later, Mubai spoke decisively. "Auction all these items for me, and make the trades using soul coins." Xiao Yu replied, "Understood. I will go make the arrangements right away." At that moment, a sound rang out. "You have a new message." He paused quickly. A new message? Outside, a group of people were stepping out of the teleportation gate. Huatang looked around, unable to hide her excitement. "Is this Donghai City? Where should we go to meet Mubai?" Suddenly, Wei cheered when he saw the Bone Frost dragon flying overhead. "Look quickly, it's a giant dragon!" He also quickly recognized it. "That's crazy. Donghai City actually has a Bone Frost dragon." Feng Ye looked at their wide-eyed expressions and asked, "Did you guys forget what Mubai's mount is?" Hua Tong asked impatiently, "When will we be able to get a mount as powerful as that?" Immediately after, Mubai jumped down from the back of the Bone Frost dragon. "Not bad. Its level is even faster than Hengtubang Yep's." Fujia spoke up. "And we must thank you, Brother Mubai, for selling us the equipment." Then she tossed a money bag toward him. "Brother Mubai, please forgive me. I am only now able to return the remaining amount." Mubai replied politely, "It's no problem at all. You guys go ahead and explore Donghai City as you please. I'll be heading off now." Suddenly, he paused when he heard Fujia speak. "Brother Mubai, wait." She handed him a scroll and said, "I think you might be interested in this." Deep down, Fujia thought to herself, an SSS rank talent is truly not to be underestimated. The money tree actually produces things this good. Inside the scroll was a prompt. Destiny Goat Skin Scroll. Epic rank item. After using it, you will have 1 chance to flip the lucky coin. Seeing this, Mubai curled his lips in interest. From the perspective of a gambling addict, what's the difference between this and a 100% win rate? He asks bluntly. How much? But Fujia just shakes her head and refuses. It's not for sale. She points at Mubai and suggests, Brother Mubai, I don't have any ulterior motives. I just want to use this chance to build a deeper partnership with you. He is open to the deal. Speak. What kind of partnership? While they are discussing, Hongtu steps out of the teleportation gate. You guys actually chose to come to Donghai City first. He urges them, let's go. He thinks to himself, looks like players with S-rank talent will start flooding into Donghai City. That pair of lovebirds should be arriving soon too, right? As they step out of the gate, someone gasps. This is Donghai City. I've finally made it out of the starter village. Fujia asks curiously, Brother Mubai, what's wrong? Mubai summons his skeletal warriors to surround the area. He commands, follow my orders. Seal off the plaza. Don't let a single person leave. Huatang exclaims in shock. Are these elite skeletal warriors all summoned by Mubai? Fujia warns, don't act yet. Brother Mubai must have his reasons, so let's just wait and see. A few men angrily confront him. Mubai, what the hell are you doing? On what grounds are you trapping us? Let us out. All my stats just dropped by 20%. Mubai asks them calmly. Everyone, don't be so tense. I just need you to cooperate with one thing. If you want to leave, you can only go through this exit one by one. The men retort. Who the hell do you think you are? This is the main city. Who do you think you're fooling? Yeah, try and touch us. A flash of sword light answers them. The others are stunned. When did he even strike? I don't know, I didn't even see it. This is too terrifying. They probably just lost years of their lifespan. Su Mubai asks in a cold voice, "Does anyone else have any opinions?" At the Donghai City Teleportation Plaza, he sits atop his bone dragon and announces loudly. As the line grows longer and longer, he declares, "If no one has any objections, then let's begin. Anyone who has no issues can leave." A voice comes through, asking, "What's going on here?" The newcomers are Zhao Shu and Liu Ruyan. One of them complains irritably, "Are you blind? Can't you see a big shot is looking for someone?" The two of them are stunned. It really is him. Su Mubai. It's actually Su Mubai. He acutely recognizes the voice. They finally showed up. Zhao Shu sucks up to Liu Ruyan. "The only reason we can keep enjoying the world game is thanks to you," she says arrogantly. "It's easy for someone like me to get whatever I want." Liu Ruyan starts acting, her eyes welling up with tears as she calls out. Seeing him land, she rushes over to greet him. Su Mubai's face darkens. He orders, "Disperse! Everyone, clear out." The crowd is in an uproar again. "Move! Clear out! If I get caught in this, I'll lose 20 years of my life." "Whatever, let's just watch the show. He wouldn't kill me for just standing here, right? Watch if you want, but I'm afraid this show is going to get messy. I want to watch too, but I'm a bit scared." Liu Ruyan immediately plays the victim. Su Mubai. "I've had such a hard time finding you," he replies nonchalantly. "What a coincidence. Me too." Zhao Shu steps forward, fawning. Su Mubai. "You don't know. Liu Ruyan has practically turned the starter village upside down looking for you," he says flatly. "Oh, really?" Zhao Shu forces a laugh. "It's true. I wouldn't dare lie to you." Su Mubai looks at him with utter disdain. Zhao Shu. "When you ripped that oxygen mask off my face that day, weren't you feeling pretty arrogant?" Su Mubai points at him. "Boys, show him what's up." Zhao Shu asks, terrified. Su Mubai, "What do you mean by this?" He growls. "What do I mean? I'm just returning the favor for that sincerity you showed me." "Beat him to death." Liu Ruyan is stunned. Su Mubai, "What are you doing?" Seeing the group rushing at him, she starts to panic. Su Mubai, "Is he actually going to beat Zhao Shu to death?" Zhao Shu is beaten until his face is covered in blood, begging, "Su Mubai, it's all a misunderstanding." He mocks him. How does death feel? The killing intent radiating from Su Mubai intensifies. Do you want to experience it for real? A blade of light slashes through his body, and blood sprays everywhere. A notification appears. Your friend Zhao Shu has been killed by Su Mubai. Liu Ruyan can't believe it. He actually killed Zhao Shu. He shifts his attention to her. "You're next, Liu Ruyan. Haven't you been looking for me all this time? Why are you backing away now?" Liu Ruyan stammers. "No, I'm not. I'm just a little scared." Inside, Liu Ruyan is terrified. How much does he know? Does he know everything? It can't be. Fu Jia speaks up. "Brother Su Mubai, leave quickly. The city guards are coming." Someone approaches him to warn, "Su Mubai, you've caused quite a commotion." He orders, "I'm fine here. Go back to your duties. I'll contact you later." Fu Jia complies. "Understood. Contact me if you need anything. We'll be heading out." Su Mubai speaks apologetically to the newcomer. "Sorry, I've caused trouble for you all." The man says respectfully, "You are a guest of the city lord." The commotion just now was indeed quite large, so I wasn't sure how to explain it. He reassures him, "Don't worry. I've already found the person I was looking for. It'll be over soon." Su Mubai raises his hand, sets up a formation, and grabs her by the neck. "Liu Ruyan, we aren't finished yet. Follow me to the resurrection hall." The man sighs, watching as he mounts the bone dragon and flies off. Looks like this young Su Mubai is going to cause more trouble at the resurrection point. Afterward, the man orders his subordinates to head to the resurrection hall. It's the merchant district. Just keep the order. Don't worry about anything else. Everyone replies in unison, "Understood." At the Donghai City Resurrection Hall, Zhao Shu has successfully respawned, losing 10 years of his lifespan. He grinds his teeth in pain. "Damn it, that's Su Mubai." Liu Ruyan pleads. "Su Mubai, let me explain." He reassures her. "Don't be in such a rush. You can explain later." Zhao Shu sees Su Mubai arrive and rushes over to greet him. Su Mubai. He immediately asks Zhao Shu, "How did it feel to experience death just now?" He is speechless. Su Mubai. Meanwhile, she grabs his leg and wails. "Su Mubai, he forced me. You're the only one in my heart. You have to believe me. Have you forgotten our years together?" I swear, it was all." Su Mubai cuts her off with disgust. "That's right. Our years together, I'm going to pay it all back to you now. You snake-hearted woman, should I kill you?" Liu Ruyan, filled with tears, begging, "Spare me, please don't kill me." Seeing Liu Ruyan about to perish, Zhao Shu panicked like an ant on a hot pan. It was all over. He fell to his knees, pleading, "Su Mubai, I was wrong. I was truly wrong. I beg you." Su Mubai replied coldly, "Is that so?" He stepped on the man's face, "Then pay with your life." With his face pressed into the ground, he struggled to beg, "I want Su Mubai to know, after dying, if you don't revive manually, you can only sustain it for 30 seconds. These two toxic souls were finally getting what they deserved. Half an hour later, Liu Ruyan received a notification. Revival successful. You have lost 10 years of lifespan. She tried to plead with him. Su Mubai, please, spare my life just this once, can you? If you keep killing me, I'll really die for good. Su Mubai still remembered the old grudge vividly. When you pulled my oxygen tube, didn't it feel just like this? He kicked her flying. Killing you would only dirty my hands, you snake-hearted woman. Get lost. After venting his anger, Su Mubai let out a sigh of relief. He savored the feeling. The great vengeance was finally complete. Now it was time to enjoy the world of worlds. Someone stepped forward and asked, "Lord Su Mubai, is it finished?" He replied, "Those two scumbags finally got the punishment they deserved. Sorry for the trouble, everyone. They know when to quit, so we're heading out. See you again." Su Mubai had a new plan first. Go shopping and earn some gold to upgrade his gear. Let's go. He used the portal to head elsewhere. Looking at his list of needs, Su Mubai felt a bit frustrated. He had already raided 10 city lords. It took nearly all day, and the buying and selling still wasted too much time. Just then, he received a message. "Brother Su Mubai, I have something to discuss with you." Su Mubai brightened up. Just as he was feeling drowsy, someone brought him a pillow. He traveled to a luxurious restaurant. Sitting at the table, Su Mubai asked the woman across from him, "What did you need me for?" Fujia Tianxiao replied, "Brother Su Mubai, I'd like to be direct." Su Mubai told her to speak freely. She explained, "You know about my talent. Even though my combat power isn't great, when it comes to making money, no one can beat me. So, I plan to establish a trade guild to cooperate deeply with you. With your strength and my financial power, rising to the top in the Forbidden Land is only a matter of time." Su Mubai flatly refused. "I'm not interested in cooperating, but I do need an agent." Su Mubai dumped a bag full of crystals onto the table. Fujia Tianxia's jaw dropped in shock. He replied, "My talent requires resources to upgrade items to a higher tier." She asked in disbelief, "There's actually a talent like that? If we trade, I'll give you 1% of the profits, and you handle all related business operations." Fujia Tianxia was hesitant. "About that, Brother Su Mubai, I agree, but I need 10 million gold coins. I want to change my profession." Su Mubai was startled by the figure. 10 million? Are you kidding me? Fujia Tianxia blushed as she spoke. "I will sign a soul contract with you. You help me change my profession, and from now on, I will only keep 5% of all profits." He was surprised. What was this? Her information appeared. Character name, Fujia Tianxia. Talent skill, God of Wealth. Specialized S-rank talent skill. Skill effect, Path of the God of Wealth. When your assets exceed 10 million gold coins, you will be promoted to the unique hidden profession, God of Wealth. He realized to himself, so that was it. If he relied solely on his own money tree, which he could shake once a day, when would he ever reach 10 million? Su Mubai asked her, "Are you serious?" She insisted she had never been more serious. He replied, "Then it's a deal. Let's have a happy partnership. I look forward to your support, boss." A notification sounded. Soul contract successful. Note, Su Mubai and Fujia Tianxia have signed a soul contract. From this moment on, Fujia Tianxia has full authority over all business matters between the two parties. 95% of Fujia Tianxia's future assets will belong to Su Mubai. Anyone who violates the contract will have their soul erased. He handed her the money. "Here is 10 million. Change your profession first." Fujia Tianxia nodded in agreement. "Okay." A reminder sounded. You received 100,000 gold. A surge of energy erupted around Fujia Tianxia. Notification updated. Congratulations. Profession change successful. Su Mubai asked curiously, "Did you learn any new skills?" She replied, "No, just 2 skills. The first skill is Money Shield, a passive skill with no level. For every gold coin in your bag, you gain 1 shield point, with a level limit of 100,000. After 10 minutes without being attacked, the shield refreshes. The next skill is God of Wealth's Treasure, a profession-specific item for Fujia Tianxia. It cannot be dropped, cannot be traded. Level 10. Character stats: 50 points in health, 20 points in magic, 20 points in effects. Note: insufficient level. Not activated. This is the God of Wealth's gold ingot. You can use it to learn God of Wealth professional skills, but the price is not cheap. Mubai thought to himself. It seems this is a profession-specific item, similar to the Grimoire of Death. He stared blankly at the glittering golden money tree, but she said happily, "My money tree is growing so fast." The branches were shaking lightly, and red coins fell down. Fujia Tianxia was astonished. "Those are soul coins. 680 in total, and there's also a high-grade soul crystal." She handed him a purple crystal. "Mubai, show me your talent and upgrade it." Mubai accepted it and proceeded to ascend. The notification displayed, "Soul crystal, a rare and special treasure. Absorbing it will extend your lifespan by 100 years. Note: even if you keep the soul crystal in your backpack or storage, you will lose 1 year when you die. The minimum is 10 years. Fu Jiatianxia's eyes lit up. "Oh my god, boss, 100 years. A new notification blasted out. Regional Earth notification. The number of players entering cities across the region has exceeded 10 million. The World of Worlds game has officially launched. In 3 days, all beginner villages will be closed, and remaining players will be teleported to their respective cities. Regional Earth notification. Level rankings, equipment rankings, and wealth rankings for the Earth region have officially opened. Earth level rankings. 1. Mubai, level 20, Dragon God Empire. 2. Tamshichthan Fong, level 11, Dragon God Empire. 3. Philip, level 11, Holy Church Empire. 4. Piran, level 11, North High Empire. 5. In, level 11, White Elephant Kingdom. 6. Tsukuyomi, level 11, Heaven Awakening Kingdom. 7. Aries, level 11, Illuminate Federation. 8. Taiyang Huyi, level 11, Korea. 9. Tianxia, level 10, Dragon God Empire. 10. Venus, level 10, Illuminate Federation. He thought to himself, the beginner protection period is ending, and the rankings have appeared. Mubai handed her a black card. "Don't worry, the World of Worlds has only just begun." She took the card. Fujia Tianxia realized this was a VIP card for the East Sea Auction House. He confirmed, "That's right, and I have another property I'll leave under your management." Fujia Tianxia then asked, "All right, boss, where are you headed?" He replied, "You should go to the auction to get some experience. I'm off to turn in a quest." Scene shift to the Silver Spring Waterfall in Hongfang City. Mubai went to find someone. "Huai Jian, I'm here to turn in my quest," he teased. "Oh, look who it is. This brat arrived pretty fast." Huai Jian excitedly showed off his work. "Take a look. How did I do with this painting?" Mubai didn't even blink. He showered him with praise. "I'm not just blowing smoke, but your painting is truly masterful. Almost perfect. This has to be the greatest work of all time." Huai Jian praised him. "Not bad. The last time the Book of Death wasn't opened, so I didn't notice. You little brat are actually the Lord of Death. So, the quest is complete then?" Mubai happily pulled out a pile of gold. "Here is 10,000 ancient gold coins." Huai Jian didn't forget to remind him. "In the future, if you find good stuff like this, don't you dare forget about me," he promised. "Rest assured, I'll never forget you, senior." A surge of spiritual energy radiated from his fingertips. As that spiritual energy enveloped Mubai's body, a notification appeared. "You have completed the hidden quest of collecting ancient gold coins Part 2, and received the temporary skill, Spirit-Seeking Sword Chi. The temporary skill, Spirit-Seeking Sword Chi, does not take up a skill slot and can only be used once. Activating the Sword Chi will condense a Sword Chi avatar of Huai Jian. This avatar possesses a shred of Huai Jian's power, capable of unleashing legendary-level combat power, lasting for 60 seconds. And the Sword Chi avatar has incredible destructive force. Don't use it inside the city, or you'll be considered a catastrophe and thrown in prison. He thought to himself, legendary-level combat power? Just how strong is this guy Huai Jian anyway? Mubai took out a letter. "Senior, I have one more favor to ask." After reading it, the senior understood that he wanted to cross the national border. He confirmed that was right, and Huai Jian immediately condensed a teleportation portal. "In that case, this old man can send you part of the way." He asked anxiously, "Senior, are you really just going to leave like that?" He replied nonchalantly, "Why, what else?" People in the distance saw the portal in the sky and shouted, "Look quickly, is that an anomaly in the air? Could it be someone trying to cross the national border?" Fu Jia Tianxia could guess it. It seemed our boss had something going on again. Manhwa Tong was surprised. Huh? How could boss Su Mubai do something like that? This is too earth-shattering. She left immediately. Don't ask questions you shouldn't. Just do your own work. Scene shifts to the Tian Koi Kingdom. He followed Huai Jian along a road filled with sunshine and fresh flowers. Su Mubai looked around in awe. The scenery in Tian Koi Kingdom isn't bad at all, he asked confusedly. What's there to be so surprised about? A series of notifications appeared. Area notification. Earth region congratulates Su Mubai. The player from the Shenlong Empire has become the first player in the Earth region to cross the national border. This notification is intended to announce this achievement to all players and encourage them to follow suit to receive generous rewards. Congratulations on becoming the first player in the Earth region to cross the national border. Your peerless title has been upgraded. Note, because the national war has not yet begun, you are considered an invader by the Tian Koi Kingdom. All factions and players within the country will hunt you down. Note, before the war between nations begins, every time a descender is defeated, there is a random chance of losing experience points or mana points reduced by 1%. Su Mubai frowned and asked, why am I an invader the moment I arrive? Looks like the Tian Koi Kingdom isn't too welcoming. Huai Jian had already zipped away. Next, go play on your own, kid. I have things to do, so I'm off first. He was speechless. Talk about leaving at the drop of a hat. Su Mubai leisurely moved forward. Invaders couldn't enter the city, so he would just wander around. A large shadow fell over him. Su Mubai encountered a sound rain beast. Its level and health points were mysterious question marks. He panicked and blurted out, crap, what on earth is this? Not only is it huge, it can fly too. It attacked Su Mubai, creating a shockwave. Su Mubai was sent flying backward. He quickly steadied himself on the ground while summoning his icebone dragon. Get out here, now. The dragon appeared majestically. From the beast's mouth, 2 powerful surges of power were launched. The dragon was no slouch either, opening its mouth to release a massive blast of magic. A violent explosion erupted in the air as the 2 forces collided. The beast was raising its claws, preparing to attack. Su Mubai calmly commanded the dragon to charge, and the dragon flew up to confront the beast. It used sharp claws imbued with power to pounce. The dragon immediately activated Death Jump, creating an icy shield. He breathed a sigh of relief. Lucky that he upgraded Death Jump. The maximum distance could reach 1,600 minutes. The 2-headed beast looked warily at this formidable opponent. Su Mubai gathered his power. Let me give you a little surprise. Countless monsters appeared from the summoning portals. The beast was stunned by the sight. He chuckled coldly and declared, heh, this time I'm going to smash you to pieces. Afterward, Su Mubai climbed onto the dragon and they sped off. Let's go. We're done playing with it. He landed in the La Forest on the southern outskirts of the city. A few guys were chatting among themselves. Where the hell did that Su Mubai go? Find him for me. I have to fight him to the death. If this invader dares to show his face, we have to teach him a lesson. We must show him just how powerful our Tian Koi Kingdom is. Exactly. Su Mubai mocked them. A bunch of losers bragging without shame. First, let me let you guys get familiar with my little underlings. 2 monsters appeared in the sky. They were stunned. These are boss-tier monsters? Why are there so many bosses in the outskirts? One skeleton warrior bravely raised his sword. The blade slashed down, cutting a person in half. One guy didn't run fast enough. The other 2 retreated in panic. It's a skeleton warrior. Run, monsters! Everyone was in an uproar looking for Su Mubai. No one can take him away from me. I will kill Su Mubai. The reward for Su Mubai will be mine. Where is Su Mubai? What does he look like? Is Su Mubai a man or a woman? Old Man Bach came over to ask, what do you think is going on? The other party reported, I don't know if it was really Su Mubai. I only saw 3 massive skeleton warriors warning me that Su Mubai had attacked. The others speculated, are they skeletons? Could it be that the Shenlong Kingdom's force is made of skeletons? That would mean they are monsters. Too scary. Old Man Bach spoke up. He can take a life with 1 strike, plus he has an S-rank talent, which proves he is truly strong. How about this? Go tell the nearby players that Su Mubai is here, and tell them to return quickly. We will all meet him together. The person followed orders. Understood, he thought to himself. Rushing in blindly will definitely not be effective. We will let many people attack, and in the end, I will make my move. Enough of that. Su Mubai was currently relaxing on a high tree branch, looking down at the group of people who had just arrived. They're finally here. If my power level hadn't kept me from entering the city, would I have had to wait this long? The leader shouted. Su Mubai, stop being a coward. If you've got guts, come out and fight us one-on-one. This guy was instantly struck, leaving the others in a panic. What just happened? Did anyone see how he attacked? A notification appeared before him. You have killed an intruder. Experience points reduced by 1%. Mubai sneered. Alright, let's play. He summoned his skeletal soldiers. I'll leave you all with 1 hit point. Come on, brothers, let's show them the despair of having only 1 HP left. Seeing Mubai's powerful formation, they grew anxious. Look everyone, the Bone Warriors are back. The vanguard charged in first. It's Mubai. Everyone, charge and kill him. A Bone Warrior swung its sword, shattering the wood before the enemy could even launch their attack. A shrill scream rang out. Help me. But when the guy regained his senses, he was surprised. Wait, am I not dead yet? The others realized that these Bone Warriors weren't as formidable as they seemed. The guy decided to risk it. Let's rush them and wipe them out. But as soon as he swung his sword, he ran into a problem. What's going on? Why can't I land a hit? Mubai said with disdain. A bunch of losers just fighting among themselves. When is the national war starting? I need a real fight. They instantly regained their spirit. Look, the city guard is here. It's the city guard. They've come to save us. The city guard cavalry galloped over. Stop right there, intruder, Mubai asked with interest. Is the city guard that strong? Let me test them. The lead cavalryman urged his horse toward the Bone Knight. Go, brothers. The city guard's sharp blade slashed down, cutting clean through the Bone Warrior. Mubai gasped in shock. Whoa, they're that strong? They can take out my skeletal minions that easily. I guess I shouldn't underestimate them. After all, they're native powerhouses in this world game. Not something a newcomer like me, who's only been here for 4 days, can easily challenge. The guard pointed his sword at him in challenge. Where did that intruder come from? He tilted his body to dodge the blade. Not good. I've been spotted. Mubai cast Death's Gaze, but a barrier sphere blocked it, knocking the guy backward. My god, 1 hit and he took off 400 HP, those on the sidelines shouted. It looks like he really doesn't plan on killing us. I only have 30 HP. This hit could kill me and bring me back to life 20 times over, Mubai said dismissively. So that's all they've got. But this place is too dangerous. I'm done playing with you lot. Bye-bye. With that, he vanished into a teleportation portal. The city guard was stunned not to see him anywhere. Hey, where did the intruder go? When he teleported to another location, he was surprised by the scene on the ground. Huh? What's going on here? Why are there corpses everywhere? A shadow fell over him, and when he looked up, he sighed. I'm in trouble now. That 2-headed magical beast is coming this way again. Mubai was now in their sights. He was shocked. Why is this thing here? Did it kill all these people? Just as it was about to attack, Mubai bolted. I'm dodging that. He leaped into the lake nearby, water splashing everywhere. The vulture-like magical beast roared in the gloomy sky. Others were flying over on the backs of eagles, shouting, It's the black-feathered ghost vulture. Everyone was on high alert. Mubai hid behind a tree. You guys arrived just in time. Luckily, you're drawing their fire. A shockwave erupted from above. Soldiers called out anxiously, Captain, we need to call for reinforcements. The captain asked angrily, Isn't the black-feathered ghost vulture supposed to be suppressed? Who broke the seal? Mubai emerged and calculated. If things are going to get chaotic, I'll make them even more chaotic, and steal some treasure while I'm at it. Heh. It's a perfect time to see if my upgrade skill works on monsters. A soldier reported in panic when he saw him emerge from behind the tree. Captain, it's that intruder. What is he planning to do? He stretched his powerful hand toward the target. The black-feathered ghost vulture. A surge of brilliant golden energy erupted from the vulture. Mubai observed the tough, armored scales forming over its body, while the soldiers stood there, stunned. It leveled up. What just happened? It actually upgraded into a legendary boss-level creature? The captain was terrified. What did he just do? Could it be because of that intruder? Quick, call for reinforcements, the soldier asked anxiously. Captain, isn't it too late to call for help now? The murderous aura radiating from the vulture made the atmosphere heavy and gloomy. It stood like a colossal existence in front of them. The captain commanded, Scatter. With its current strength, we're no match for it. The bird flapped its wings and soared into the sky, while the captain landed on the ground. He shouted orders, Lure it away! Get reinforcements! Mubai laughed triumphantly. Heh, that should be enough to keep you all busy. The captain was fuming as he saw Mubai vanish into a portal. Mubai, you intruder. Who on earth are you? The scene shifted to Stone Peak Mountain in the Tiankai Kingdom. He had arrived. The treasure map says it's right here. Mubai glanced at the rocky terrain, but he didn't see any elite monsters guarding the treasure chest. Just as he took a step forward, a notification appeared. Unopened dark gold treasure chest detected. Mubai was surprised by his luck. It's just sitting there like this? A dark gold chest? It really is unlocked. This joy is a bit too sudden. Right at his feet, there was indeed a treasure chest. Mubai sat down, ready to see what was inside. The party's gifts are here. A notification appeared. Targeting the dark gold treasure chest, Mubai decided to level it up. As the chest was lifted by the golden energy, a notification appeared. Unopened dark gold treasure chest detected. To unlock, you must consume 36 spatial crystals. The guy was stunned. Are you telling me I don't even have 36 spatial crystals? He cursed in frustration. Damn it, I just opened one for free. Why is this one locked? What are these spatial crystals? He messaged wealthy Overlord. Help me ask the auction house manager what spatial crystals are. If they're for sale, buy me 36 of them first. Mubai grabbed the unopened chest and left the area before speaking. Wealthy quickly replied, "Good afternoon, boss." He asked straight away if the spatial crystals had been handled. She reported back, "Yes, boss." According to the manager, spatial crystals are a high-level, multi-purpose material. They are usually used to provide energy for teleportation systems in various cities. They can also be used to open high-level treasure chests, upgrade spatial tents, and set up high-level magic formations. I've bought 36 of them, and I'll send them to you now. Mubai received the notification. Transaction successful. 36 space crystals. He confirmed, "Got it. I've received them. That's right. Did you find anything special at the auction? Let me know. Try to buy any materials related to the ice or death elements that you come across." Fujia replied, "Yes, boss." Then, he proceeded to unlock the treasure chest. A notification appeared. Consumed 36 space crystals to open the treasure chest. You have received an epic grade item. Lucky ring. The lucky ring can bring you good luck. He wondered, could it be a locked attribute? A notification appeared. Public announcement. Sichuan City of the Tiankai Kingdom has been destroyed by the legendary grade boss, the Black Dragon. From now on, teleportation fees will be reduced. Surviving players, please evacuate to other cities on your own. Good luck to everyone. Another announcement followed. Tiankai Kingdom's investigation has confirmed that this incident is linked to the intruder, Mubai. Mubai's bounty has increased by 100%. Mubai was surprised. Huh? Is that thing really that strong? Scene shifts to Jingli City, Tiankai Kingdom. Everyone was gathered and whispering. A notification rang out. How can we level up in this situation? Mubai is blocking the paths and killing people. Even if you have only one drop of health left, a passing monster could send you flying back to town at any moment. Isn't anyone going to catch him? He can trigger a boss raid on the city. Have you forgotten how Sichuan City was devastated? If we can't complete the quests, won't we never have a chance to surpass him? He rode the giant dragon to a smoking volcanic peak. This place should be safe enough. A notification appeared. You have discovered Black Feather Valley. He flipped open the book. I have enough soul points. I can open the Death Sanctuary once more. A notification appeared. Triggered quest. Near death. Quest description. To truly step onto the path of the Overlord of Death, you must first bring yourself as close to death as possible. Control your vitality from full, down to just 1 drop. And from the moment your vitality begins to drop to 1, this process must not exceed 5 seconds. If you exceed this time, you must start all over again. Mubai said happily, I really didn't expect having 1 drop of health left to have such benefits. He descended directly. For me, this quest is too simple. A series of new notifications popped up. Triggered vitality resonance. Advanced quest completed. Mubai was mentally prepared. A succession of new notifications exploded. The fusion process of power is complete. Congratulations to player Mubai for officially advancing to a Tier 2 professional. Unlocking a portion of the Deathlord's power will change the rewards of your current class. You have learned the new skill, Vitality, Resonance, and the old skill, Vitality Link. You have learned the new skill, Summon Death. Replacing the old skill, Amplified, Summon. You have received the skill conversion privilege. This allows you to convert a specific skill into a Deathlord class skill. The original skill will be overwritten. Congratulations on becoming the first player in the Blue Star region to pass the qualifying round and reach level 2. Rewards, primary attributes plus 100, skill points 50, Magus class advanced, he said smugly. Is this feeling the power of the Deathlord? Awesome. Mubai tapped the screen with his finger to level up directly. New notification updated. Your S-rank skill, Vitality Resonance, has been successfully upgraded to the SS rank skill, Death Covenant. Death Covenant. SS rank. Passive. No level. All summoned creatures and contracted creatures will form a death covenant with you. Skill effect 1. All damage will be transferred and shared equally among the contracted creatures. As long as a contracted creature is alive, no attack can damage your main body. 2. You can drain the health points of any contracted creature at any time to restore an equivalent amount to the remaining targets. Your SS rank skill, Summon Death, has been successfully upgraded to the S rank skill, Death Decree. He muttered to himself, "This skill is basically using clones. I need to make good use of it." Information about the skill displayed. Death Decree, S rank passive skill, no level. Skill effect 1. All summoning skills are instant and have no cooldown. 2. All attributes of summoned creatures increase by 100%. 3. Normal summoning space limit increases by 30%. 4. Commander summoning space limit increases by 10%. 5. All summoned creatures will be resurrected once with full health upon death. Issue the decree to command your undead army. The giant dragon also had a transformation. Its eyes flashed with cold ice. The giant dragon began to flap its wings and soar upward. Mubai looked up and discovered, did the Frostbone dragon level up too? A notification appeared. Reminder, your mount, the Frostbone dragon, has surpassed level 30 and has officially entered the juvenile stage. The dragon called out, Master, Mubai said happily. This is getting interesting. He and the dragon left the place. Let's go. We're going to take care of those chumps. Now that he had the second effect of the Death Sanctuary, Tiankai Kingdom would officially become the stage for the Undead Legion. Arriving at a castle on a floating island in the sea, he guessed, I thought so. It seems those guys have hidden away. These Tiankai people seem to be plotting something. Mubai asked the dragon, do you want to go wreak some havoc? Go down there and play with them. The guys below were discussing amongst themselves. Everyone, take advantage of the darkness and hurry up to level up. If Mubai comes, we can only retreat to the city. Others said irritably, just how strong is Mubai? Why haven't we caught him yet? There's a rumor that Mubai is a demon lord. Can he really summon thousands of undead legions? Now we're going to level up. We'll definitely catch Mubai. The dragon revealed itself, exhaling a cold mist from its mouth. The guys below looked up. Everyone, look, what is that? The dragon unleashed its power, and the whole group scattered in panic. Run fast! It's Mubai! Mubai is here! Meanwhile, Mubai teleported back to Blackfeather Valley. He called out, Little Mountain City. A teleportation gate appeared in his palm. Let this be the stage for the official debut of the Calamity Legion. The skeleton warrior squad appeared, brimming with momentum. He ordered the Frostbone dragon, you go play by yourself. Mubai followed the skeleton warriors and muttered, this monster is too small. It's not suitable for leveling up. A monster blocked their path. The monster's eyes flashed, staring at its prey. Mubai glanced around, puzzled. Is this a beginner map? It's all low-level monsters. When he saw the warriors slashing at the monster and the health bar dropping sharply, he discovered, whoa, what kind of beginner monster is this? Its health and damage are not low at all. A gleam of light gathered in Mubai's palm. Time for me to open your eyes. Go ahead, summon it. The headless knight rode in, looking majestic, and demanded, who dares to summon me? Mubai cut him off. Enough talk, take him out. The headless knight didn't hesitate, charging forward on his steed. He unleashed a strike filled with lethal power. Death Cleave. The monster's head went flying toward Mubai. He was startled. The headless knight was this savage? A series of notifications popped up. You received a level 11 beginner skill book, and you received a copper-grade gammy gear. A wave of other knights began to evolve. He was stunned by their new appearances. The skeletons upgraded into skeleton kings? The monster info displayed. Skeleton King Archer, no aura, level 30, attributes 15,379, HP 236,900, 236, 900, attack 98, 600, physical defense 13, skill, rapid fire level 9, critical sniper level 9. The Skeleton King is mighty, possessing triple the attributes of an elite archer. Skeleton King Mage, level 30. Skill, Fireball level 9, Fire Sea level 9. A powerful king possessing triple the attributes of an elite mage. Skeleton King Warrior, no aura, level 30. Skill, Heavy Strike, level 9. Frenzied Charge level 9. The powerful Skeleton King possesses triple the attributes of an elite warrior. Mubai exclaimed happily, I can finally build my own skeleton army. It seems that after the Death Summoning skill upgraded to the S-rank Death Decree, the summoned creatures were buffed accordingly too. Each unit is equipped with 1 melee and 2 ranged fighters. Mubai laughed coldly. He would wipe this land clean. He eagerly led the charge to kill all their monsters, so they wouldn't have anything left to fight. A flood of notifications erupted. Eliminated level 50 boss. Black Wind Wolf Leader received 50% bonus XP. EXP 550,000. Eliminated level 58 boss. Shadow Leopard Leader received 150% bonus XP. EXP 580,000. Eliminated boss. Black Wind Wolf Leader received 150% bonus XP. EXP 550,000. Eliminated boss. Black Wind Wolf Leader received 150% bonus XP. EXP 550,000. Congratulations. Player Mubai has leveled up to 31. 4 attribute points, 1 skill point, 5 free attribute points. He asked the Bone Warrior, how is it? Did you find anything? Hearing its report, Mubai was surprised. A portal? Had he discovered a secret dungeon? A new notification displayed. Secret dungeon discovered. Please select the difficulty. The 10,000 Poison Snake Pit dungeon is level 60, with Hell mode as the highest difficulty. He wasn't surprised. It was indeed a standard secret dungeon. Since the level gap was a bit wide, he'd try it out first. A beam of light flashed ahead, and he stepped through the portal into the normal level 10,000 Poison Snake Pit. Alongside Mubai was the Headless Knight. He ordered it, lead your subordinates and start clearing the mobs. He muttered to himself, I'll clear this tiny normal dungeon in one go. The scene shifted inside the city, where an angry voice echoed, What did you say? He dares to target Small Mountain City? Machumo commanded his men. Hold him back at all costs. I will personally go and capture this intruder. He told himself he had to capture this Mubai. Only then could he get the reward from the royal capital and hope for a promotion. Before he vanished, a subordinate flattered him. Machumo is truly brilliant. Outside, a level 30 Frostbone dragon was causing chaos, and other squads were surrounding it trying to get themselves killed. Mubai was truly asking for death, thinking the city guards were made of mud. They pointed their ballistae at the dragon, focusing all their firepower on it. As the fire launched, they cheered. My A-rank talent finally has a chance to shine. I'll livestream the entire scene of Mubai being captured in the Heavenly Kingdom. The entire process of Mubai being captured was broadcast live. Everyone commented, Catch Mubai. For the Heavenly Kingdom. Mubai has gone too far. Kill him. Where is he? I want to go too. Let him see the power of the Heavenly Kingdom. Charge. Long live the Heavenly Kingdom. Mubai received a notification. Your mount has been attacked. He was surprised. Huh? You dare hurt my mount? Mubai tapped the screen. The area here was almost cleared anyway. Golden energy radiated from his fingertips. Time to show you guys some real color. The dragon released a sound wave. Machumo stepped out, clad in sturdy armor. Machumo raised his spear high. Mubai, get out here. I'll count to 3, or you can prepare to collect the corpse of this frostbone dragon. He gritted his teeth, counting each word. Machumo was startled. What is this? A portal appeared in the sky, and warriors emerged from within. They had joined the fray, accompanied by poisonous snakes. The guys below were confused. What is that? Why are there snake monsters? One guy looked up, worried. No. Mubai has a gift for them, and he's even throwing in some small monsters for the players. The dragon let out a roar, and the shockwave reached Machumo. The Headless Knight was also summoned, galloping in with a thunderous charge. Death charge! The captain encouraged his men. Don't be afraid, brothers. They're just level 30-something skeletons. Charge and kill them. Mubai revealed, This is the gift I've carefully prepared for you all. Monster info displayed. Death tier judge ghost. Notification. You have consumed 500 death energy to strengthen the Skeleton King Warrior. Increased core attributes by 100%. Warning. You have been eroded by the Cursed Crown's death energy. Death energy 10. Death energy 10. Initially, he was very arrogant. Just level 30-something. No matter how big you are, how can you block my full power? I'm level 60. As soon as he finished speaking, his HP dropped by 90,000. A brilliant strike landed. Time rewound a few seconds to when the Headless Knight was standing in front of the captain. He stared, his face showing tension. The captain's pupils reflected the incoming arrows. The next attack was a critical snipe, taking away over 450,000 HP. The captain stood stunned, stuttering. What? Hurry! He didn't retreat, but ran forward crazily. Die! Die! The sword pierced the headless knight's leg, dealing only 461 damage. They looked like total opposites. Others who saw this were shocked. What is happening? The city guard leader only dealt triple-digit damage? Is this skeleton really that strong? Oh no, if all of them are this powerful, just how strong must Mubai be? Run, Mubai casually revealed. The Death Pact allows my contracted creature and summoned units to share damage. Since my defense was already broken, and with over 20 spirits sharing the damage, no matter how strong he is, he's stuck. The leader could only gasp in horror as a massive hand, swirling with energy like a tornado, blanketed the sky. Machumo immediately issued the order to activate the city defense formation and have all defensive weapons fire at full power. We absolutely cannot let these spirits storm Little Mountain City. Mubai sneered. Let's see how long you all can hold out. They fled in a frenzy. Call for reinforcements from the capital. Request reinforcements from the royal capital. The scene shifts to the secret council of the Heavenly Revelation Kingdom, where the high-ranking officials have gathered. The leader of the secret council, Shi Miaozong, spoke up. What exactly do you want? Huaijian lifted his cup and asked calmly. What do I want? He threw his wine glass onto the table. It's not your place to ask. A surge of power descended. Where do you think you're going? Countless beams of light surrounded Huaijian. Those present wondered to themselves, who is this mysterious expert? What could he possibly want? An urgent report arrived. Little Mountain City's lord, Machumo, was requesting reinforcements. Mubai is attacking Little Mountain City, Huaijian muttered to himself with a smile. Kid, not bad. You're causing quite a stir. You didn't let me down. Shi Miaozong was rattled, wondering who they had provoked to have this person come and cause trouble. He ordered, You, lead the reinforcements. Huaijian blocked their path. As long as I'm here, none of you are going anywhere. The formation unleashed streams of light. He declared, Stay here and play with this old man for a while. Come, let's see how you handle this old man's sword. On Mubai's side, he was ready for the next step. Played enough, time to get to business. The Death Saint Canon had a mission to annihilate an epic-level boss. This must be it. He landed on the ground, thinking, I need to see what level this boss really is. A python lunged at Mubai, who quickly backstepped. That's a big one. Mubai summoned his skeleton warriors. Minions, attack! He rained blows down upon the giant python. Mubai looked up. Let's see if you can withstand my skeleton legion. The warriors launched a full-scale assault. Mubai ordered them to cast magic. That snake's hide is pretty tough. Time to add some magic and turn this thing into snake soup. 2 waves of magic blasted toward the python. Hits landed all over its body, and the python began to weaken until it collapsed. Mubai scoffed. No matter how tough you are, you can't stand against my skeleton army. A series of notifications appeared. Defeated level 60 boss, green-scaled snake leader. Gained 50% extra experience. Experience, 1.2 million. Congratulations, player Mubai, you have leveled up to 42. Gained 4 stats, 1 skill point, and 25 free attribute points. Congratulations on earning the achievement. First clear of the Heavenly Revelation Kingdom's 10,000 Poison Snake Lair dungeon. Reward, 10 random. Level 3 attribute stones, 10 gold coins. A national announcement for the Heavenly Revelation Kingdom will follow shortly. He sighed in relief. Killing bosses really gives a ton of experience. I leveled up so much at once. Awesome. Mubai led his skeleton warriors deeper into the cave. Let's go. Keep moving. At the same time, the global announcement appeared. Heavenly Revelation Kingdom warning. The intruder, Mubai, has successfully earned the first clear achievement for the 10,000 Poison Snake Lair. We urge all Heavenly Revelation players to try and catch up. Those who heard the news were shocked. Isn't he attacking Little Mountain City? How did he find time to grind a boss? Mubai? That intruder? Did we just let an intruder steal the first clear again? Whispers broke out everywhere. What did he do? Wasn't he just level 30-something a moment ago? God, did a deity descend? This can't be right. The 10,000 Worlds game must be bugged. He had left everyone so far behind that the others looked like a joke. Over at the Divine Dragon Empire, they were staring at the new notifications. Blue Star Region level ranking. First place, Mubai. Level 42. Divine Dragon Empire. Second place, San Chi Ching Feng. Level 14. Third place, Philly. Level 14. Cathedral Empire. They wondered, is this god-tier player Mubai on steroids? How is he leveling up so fast? This guy must be abusing a bug. Is the Heavenly Revelation Kingdom that easy to level up in? I want to go there and try it out. He's completely leaving our Divine Dragon Empire in the dust. Back at the royal capital of Heavenly Revelation, Huaijian was still doing his job. Xi Miaozong asked angrily. Who the hell are you? And why are you here in our capital? He turned his head and replied, I came here and then Huaijian vanished, just to pick up some things. Xi Miaozong hurriedly ordered his men, go, chase him, and find out what he's after. In a hidden chamber, several people stood in front of some chests. What? You're saying this is the royal capital's treasury? Lead the way and confirm it. Yes, the treasury has been robbed. Not a single thing left. A series of new notifications made Xi Miaozong's face turn pale. Announcement. The Heavenly Revelation capital has been breached by a mysterious intruder. All Heavenly Revelation players lose 1 level. Announcement. The Heavenly Revelation treasury has been stolen. Until everything is recovered, experience gained from killing monsters for all Heavenly Revelation players is reduced by 50%. They cried out in terror. It's over! It's all over! Who on earth caused this? Mubai was leaving the cave after collecting his loot. So many legendary grade items and soul stones. What a haul. Time to head back. A notification reminded him. Death Saint Canon has detected clues for a class-specific armor set. He was surprised. What's this about? The Death Saint Canon began to tremble. Looking at the book in front of him, Mubai gasped. What? This is the Cathedral Empire. I think I've heard of it. It's supposed to be a power level equal to the Divine Dragon Palace. The Cathedral Empire isn't to be trifled with. Seems like I need to plan for the long term. Better head back first. The scene shifts to East Sea City. He stepped out of the portal, finally back. As soon as he returned, his friends came to greet Mubai. Boss, congratulations on coming back loaded. Now the whole Divine Dragon Empire knows you wiped out the Heavenly Revelation Kingdom. He was surprised. I didn't expect the rumors to spread that fast. Fujia Tianxia remembered. Right, boss. The trade union can be established now. Have you thought of a name? He decided. Let's call it 10,000 Worlds. They all agreed. 10,000 Worlds. Great name. Fujia Tianxia was full of confidence. With this, one day our business will span across all 10,000 worlds. A notification popped up. Player Fujia Tianxia invites you to join the 10,000 Worlds Trade Union. Do you accept? Everyone supported it. They all received the same notification inviting them to join the union. Mubai obviously confirmed his participation. Now that the union is established, let's go to the auction house and clean out the stock. The global notice board displayed Blue Star Region Wealth Ranking. First place, Bak Da, 36.5 million soul coins. Second place, Fujia Tianxia, 19.21 million soul coins. Third place, M, 21.86, 5 million gold coins. Fourth place, someone who's so poor they only have 10,000 gold coins left. The viewers were all stunned. Update. Server-wide announcement. The 10,000 Worlds Trade Union is recruiting players of all life professions. Once the contract is signed, the union will provide you with all necessary materials, and will provide 20 gold coins every month as a base salary, plus 5% commission. They exclaimed to each other with excitement. The organization is covering all the materials, and on top of that, we get 20 gold coins as a base salary, plus 5% commission. Is this even real? This is amazing. I can't believe such a great opportunity exists. This is a godsend for the Myriad Worlds Trade Association. Just the name alone sounds cool. I have to go check it out. Everyone was eagerly calling their friends. Let's go. Let's go together. We don't have to buy our own materials. Plus we get base pay and commissions. It's too good to be true. Let's go join. A huge crowd rushed to the registration desk. Fujia Tianxia calmly told them, don't rush, one at a time. Mokbok stood by, watching the crowd and assessing the situation. Once we've recruited enough talent, we can expand to the auction houses in other major cities. Within a month, the Myriad Worlds Trade Association will be spread across the entire Divine Dragon Empire. The scene shifts to the Ghost Hand, who is ordering his underlings to investigate information on Tamak Bok immediately. He was very interested in the boy, thinking, this Tamak Bok must die by my blade. The information on him revealed his talent, SS rank Stealth Mastery. Skill Effect 1. Your overall stealth skill duration increases by 200%, and cooldown time is reduced by 80%. Stealth effects cannot be detected by anything below S-rank scouting skills. 2. When stealth is active, you ignore volume and position units, and movement speed increases by 100%. After breaking the seal for the first time, your attacks ignore all of the target's defenses and deal 300% damage. The scene shifts to the Lord's Mansion in Donghai City. A voice asked from within, are you sure you want to go to the Holy Path Empire? Mokbok confirmed. Yes, he revealed, because there's something I want there. Situ replied, That place is not as good as the Divine Dragon Empire. It's on a higher level. Mokbok asked, feeling troubled. Is there no way for me to go? He replied. It's not that you can't go, but you must pass the entrance exam for the Divine Dragon Academy and complete further training before you can go there. Mokbok agreed. All right, I can take the exam now. C2 pulled out a magic staff and said, in that case, I'll lend you a hand. He created a portal. Pass this exam first. You'll have to walk the path ahead on your own. Mokbok said politely. Understood. Thank you, Lord C2. Watching him disappear, C2 sighed. A spirited young man indeed. As he stepped out of the portal, a notification appeared. You have discovered the spirit forest. He looked with interest at the grassland and the herd of rhinos there. What kind of exam is this? The scenery isn't bad. The one-horned rhinos had already noticed Mokbok. Seeing them charging towards him with a rumble, he lamented, God, why did this happen so suddenly? Mokbok summoned his skeleton warriors to handle things. Turns out it was just some small fries. Scared the hell out of me. Suddenly, flames erupted beneath his feet. A level 11 blazing lion emperor, a dark gold boss, appeared with 51,800 out of 52,800 health. Mokbok's jaw dropped in surprise. Is this really just a boss? Level 110. He immediately summoned more skeleton warriors. Minions, get to work. They charged boldly toward the target. However, the Lion Emperor's front paws slammed down heavily. Mokbok's heart ached. Damn, that damage is insane. This exam really isn't simple. He commanded his skeleton archers, attack from a distance, focus your fire on it. As the arrows were fired, they caused an explosion, kicking up a cloud of dust. When the smoke cleared, the Lion Emperor was still standing. Mokbok was shocked. What? It didn't take any damage at all? The blazing Lion Emperor leaped forward. The intense flames descended upon the skeleton warriors, but they immediately raised their shields to block it. Looking at the wall of fire in front of him, he exclaimed, This is too dangerous. I have no choice but to use my ultimate move. Mokbok summoned the frost skeleton. Come out. The frost dragon immediately opened its mouth and unleashed a torrent of ice. The Lion Emperor blocked the attack, and they were at a stalemate. But only a moment later, it was frozen into a block of ice. Mokbok sneered. I thought you were something special. He hadn't been happy for long before he saw the Lion Emperor break through the ice and charge out. Seeing its furious expression, Mokbok teased. Oh, so you've gone berserk? This is getting interesting. He stood back and commanded the Skeleton King to charge. The skeleton on horseback charged forward. Following its master's summon, the Lion Emperor opened its mouth and gathered a giant fireball. The skeleton swung its sword down, and the Lion Emperor lost over 13,000 health. Mokbok controlled 2 more skeleton warriors. It's got a lot of fire? Then let's give it some more. Ranged attack, focus your fire. The vital points on the Lion Emperor were hit, and the flames erupted violently. Watching its body stagger and collapse, Mokbok said triumphantly, No matter how strong you are, you can't hold out against this. Can you? A series of notifications rang out. You have received the blessing of the Goddess of Luck. You have received epic grade materials. Rage Crystals X30. You have received 26,400 gold coins. You have received 112 basic soul stones. Mokbok was overjoyed. The loot was certainly not bad. Just then, Jaime appeared. To be able to pass the test in such a short time, you must have awakened a hidden class, right? He introduced himself. Hello, I am your guide. Jaime pointed toward a newly appeared portal. Congratulations on passing the Divine Dragon Academy's entrance exam. You are the 179th student. Please follow me to the Divine Dragon Academy. Mokbok was surprised. So I passed just like that? Let's see just how impressive this Divine Dragon Academy really is. Upon entering and seeing the majestic academy, he exclaimed, The Divine Dragon Academy is truly magnificent. Jaime said, Follow me. I'll take you to complete your enrollment procedures. Here, he met Blood Frenzy, who came over to strike up a conversation. Hey buddy, you're a newcomer too, right? What's your talent class? System. Cannot see opponent's information. Name. Blood Frenzy. Level. 49. Class. Blood Priest Hidden Class. Mokbok made a mental note. Another hidden class? It seems everyone who gets into this Divine Dragon Academy is no ordinary person. He greeted him politely. Hello, I'm a Necromancer. The other man was surprised. A Necromancer? Isn't that a hidden class? Mokbok denied it. Oh, goodness no. I don't have enough lives to be a hidden class. Blood Frenzy complimented him. Entering the Divine Dragon Academy with a normal class, you must have put in a lot of effort. Jaime stopped in front of a building. We're here. "This is everyone's dormitory," he exclaimed in awe. "As expected of the Divine Dragon Academy, even the dorms look this cool," James corrected him. "Not here, it's over there." James pointed to the building across the way. "New students who haven't earned a rank on the leaderboard aren't allowed to enter the hero's dormitory. You can only stay in the regular dormitory for now." Both of them gasped in surprise. "Huh? Why do we have to stay there? Then who gets to stay in this dormitory?" A few veteran students laughed at them. "Come, look at these two clueless newcomers. They actually think they can get into the hero's dormitory." A level 68 forbidden magic mage sneered. Where did these two idiots crawl out from? Probably just a couple of weaklings with basic classes. A level 66 venom sorcerer laughed at them. Blood Frenzy asked angrily, "Who are you calling an idiot?" Mubai had to stop them, telling them not to get agitated. Jam also warned them that fighting is strictly prohibited within the academy. If they violate the rules, they'll be expelled. He said if they really want to duel, they can go to the arena to issue a formal challenge. The other two kept provoking him. "That chubby guy is so stupid, it's almost cute. Want me to play with you for a bit?" Mubai quickly pulled him away from the conflict. "Don't be so rash, you're no match for him right now. Just go back to the dormitory and rest first." The Blood Frenzy held a grudge, thinking they were absolutely insufferable. "Sooner or later, I'll teach them a lesson." Mubai felt a surge of excitement. Having just arrived, he had to temporarily hide his true strength. This Dragon God Academy was getting more and more interesting. A goat-like creature led them to the common room. "You two rest for now. In an hour, all new students must gather at the Dragon God Plaza." He agreed, saying he understood. The Blood Frenzy spoke up, thanking him. When his friends received the news, they were shocked. "What? Boss Mubai has already reached the Dragon God Academy?" Fujia confirmed it. "That's right. He said we should handle things here, and warned us not to disturb him for a while." Hua Tong knew well that the Dragon God Academy was a place only for players who had reached the peak. Others chimed in. "Exactly. I heard everyone starts with a hidden class. I'm so envious." Fujia reassured them. "All right, stop being envious. During this time, I will focus on managing the guild, and you all should focus on leveling up." The group answered in unison that they would. The scene shifted to the plaza inside the Dragon God Academy, where students were gathered and buzzing with rumors. "Did you hear? I heard the dean of the Dragon God Academy is a dragonkin." "No way. I heard the dean is a level 200 abyss mage." The Blood Frenzy asked him, "Mubai, have you heard about the dean?" Mubai denied it, but said he was about to meet him now. The dean spoke clearly into the microphone to the students who had passed the entrance exam. "Greetings, everyone. I am the dean of the Dragon God Academy. On behalf of the academy, I welcome you all to the school. The Dragon God Academy has a history of hundreds of years and is the highest institution on the entire continent. Only the strong have the qualification to be here, and you will become even stronger." Two students standing at the front shouted, "I want to become stronger." The dean continued. "Many people think that entering the Dragon God Academy is the beginning of the pinnacle, but I want to tell you that this is also a cruel beginning. Because the Dragon God Academy applies a very harsh elimination system, only those who are on the leaderboard can stand firm here, and from now on, you must become stronger and then continue to get even stronger." Everyone shouted, "Yes," in unison. As they chanted, "Stronger, stronger," teleportation portals appeared. The dean announced, "Next, I invite the 4 mentors of the Dragon God Academy." Both he and the Blood Frenzy watched with anticipation. The first to step out was the Nature Mentor, Hai Si Tong, followed by the Strength Mentor, White Tiger. The third was someone very young, the Magic Mentor, Elle. The only woman present was the Death Mentor, Amanda. The dean announced that the 4 great mentors represent the 4 ultimate powers. Your choice will lead you to the pinnacle of power. The group of students was excitedly shouting, "I want to choose the magic department. He's so handsome." Someone retorted, "You're a swordsman, right? Why are you picking magic?" He denied it. "What do you know? I'm a magic swordsman." Another student demanded, "I'm an armored berserker. I want to pick the strength department." The Blood Frenzy looked at him with a worried expression. "Mubai, you're in trouble this time." Mubai asked, confused. "Why?" He revealed a secret. "I heard the Death Mentor has some rather strange hobbies. She loves using a whip to lash people. That actually seems right up your alley." "A whip? Well, I love that." She instructed the students that choosing the Death Department meant choosing the path of darkness. "You guys head into the portal first." They obeyed. "Yes, Miss Amanda." When Mubai was about to enter, Amanda stopped him. "Wait a moment." He was surprised. "Huh? Miss Amanda, what's wrong?" She darkened her expression and said, You are radiating a very different kind of death aura. What is the class talent that you awakened? Mubai responded harmlessly. Ma'am, my class is just a normal necromancer. Amanda only then retracted her killing intent. So, you're just a necromancer, I see. But in her heart, she still found it very strange. It's so odd. How could a normal necromancer have such a strong death aura? Mubai rejoiced silently. Huh. I still have an even bigger surprise for you later. By the second day, Amanda stood on the podium and announced, since you have chosen to study in the death department, I will be the one teaching you from now on. I am a person who doesn't like unnecessary talk, so there's no need for pleasantries. Today, we will learn about knowledge related to summoned beasts. She summoned a specimen. I'll demonstrate. The group of students gasped. I can't believe it's a hell demon. Amanda taught them seriously. As you can see, the power of a summoned beast is directly related to the strength of the caster, Mubai thought to himself. Although the death department has the fewest students, it seems this mentor's strength is nothing to scoff at. A student raised his hand and asked, Miss, Amanda, do we have a chance to enter the ruins? Amanda wasn't surprised, as she expected they would be more interested in the ruins. She confirmed they did. But for them right now, even the lowest level ruins meant a 90% chance of death. Therefore, you cannot enter the ruins yet. That student was surprised. Huh? Are ruins really that scary? How is that different from a normal secret realm? She replied. Beyond the difficulty being far greater than a secret realm, the randomness of it, and the fact that each ruin only appears once. Mubai guessed, so that means after clearing the ruins, they disappear? Amanda confirmed. That's right. Besides, the size of a ruin is several dozen to even hundreds of times larger than a secret realm. And, to clear a ruin, you must find the divine artifact of that ruin. The group of students excitedly asked, A divine artifact? She revealed, That's right. A divine artifact exists in every ruin. The students pleaded, Miss, Amanda, please lead us to broaden our knowledge about the ruins for once. Yes, I want to go see, too. Even if it's just to see the entrance. Amanda agreed. Since you have chosen the death department, it's good for you to feel a little bit of that death aura. Let's go. I'll lead you to the entrance of the ruins. The group of students lined up to enter the portal. This is great. I'm so excited. Let's go. Let's go. Mubai felt even more that the Dragon God Academy was truly interesting. All of them disappeared behind the teleportation portal. Upon entering, a large, sealed gate appeared. Amanda pointed toward it, introducing it. That is the entrance to the ruins. The students were stunned. The door is so huge, and it's filled with such chilling winds. She emphasized, this is only the entrance to the ruins. Furthermore, each ruin can have multiple entrances scattered all across the continent. Mubai raised his hand and asked, So, when do the entrances to these ruins open? She replied, The opening time for each ruin is random, and it never stays open for more than 5 minutes. He rubbed his chin, looking thoughtful. So, that's how it is. Suddenly, there was a disturbance at the gate. Amanda spun around, her body swaying. Huh? Why is the ground shaking? She cursed. Damn it, why did this ruin have to open right now? Amanda urged the stunned students to run quickly, warning them that they absolutely must not get pulled into the ruin by the dark mist. Run! Thick, blood-red energy surged out from the massive gate, wrapping around the students and dragging them back. They screamed in terror. Miss Amanda, help us! The suction from this entrance is too strong. Amanda watched helplessly as the group of recruits was pulled inside. This is bad. I have to report this to the dean immediately. Mubai might have been the only one who was actually happy. This was great. If he didn't want to go in, he had to now. He felt a bit of excitement. When the dean heard the news, he slammed his desk, asking angrily, What? The death attribute students have already entered the elementary ruin? Someone replied. For some unknown reason, the ruin's entrance opened suddenly and sucked all 18 of the newly enrolled death attribute students inside. The dean was worried about the recruits' safety. It was an elementary ruin, but for them, the difficulty was equivalent to hell. The dean ordered Amanda to organize a rescue team immediately. If that didn't work, they had to find a way to go deep into the ruin to save them. They complied. Yes, sir. Inside the dark ruin, Mubai had regained consciousness, his face twisted in a grimace. He really had been teleported in here. Mubai glanced around, seeing no one. It seemed the others had been scattered to different locations. It was too dangerous here, so he cautiously summoned 2 skeleton warriors to take the lead. It was safer to summon a few subordinates first. Mubai was suspicious of the silence in this place. Amanda wasn't wrong. The ruin was indeed huge. But why wasn't there a single monster? Just then, A force shot past him. Mubai reacted quickly, leaning to the side to dodge. His expression turned to shock when he saw the monster. The information displayed: Elite Dark Pincher Beetle, level 40. Strength 900. Agility 796. Physique 930. Spirit 288. Mubai felt disgusted by its appearance. This thing is so gross. He ordered his skeleton warriors, still just elite ones, to go for it. When the first two were wiped out, Mubai didn't lose heart. He summoned more since the numbers weren't enough. Let's try again. The warrior's sword slashed against the beetle's skin, making a jarring, metallic sound. Mubai frowned. Is its skin that hard? He decided to try casting fire to see if it would break through. Mage, Fireball Squad, Fireball. Flames exploded around the beetle, but it didn't take any damage. Mubai was stunned by this tough opponent. No way. Magic attacks aren't working either? That's not right. The beetle came charging toward him with a rumble. Mubai was shocked. What kind of monster is this? He activated his insight eyes. Not quite. Let me see what weak spots you have, you bug. Mubai spotted a glowing point. Found your weak spot. It was on its abdomen. He ordered his skeleton warriors, archers. Aim for the armor on its belly. Arrows pelted the beetle's shoulder. Watching it scream in pain, a notification appeared, reminding him that its strength had increased. He was surprised. The defense is broken, yet it's still rampaging? Fine. I'll show you what I'm capable of. Mubai raised his middle finger. Come out, Skeleton King. It appeared majestically, riding a horse. I have heard your call, my master. The Skeleton King charged forward, faced death. A single strike pierced the weak spot on the beetle's abdomen. A large, gaping hole appeared. A notification displayed. Congratulations on successfully defeating the elite Dark Pincher Beetle. Experience points increased. He received a ruin fragment. He muttered, I lost 2 skeleton minions, but the casualty rate isn't too bad. I'm a guy with plenty of skeleton minions. Mubai bent down to pick up the item. A ruin fragment. Amanda hadn't explained what this item was used for. Perhaps it was a tool that could be traded for other items. He'd hold on to it for now. He also noticed a sword that had appeared on the ground. Item info displayed. Siege Greatsword, level 40. Tier 2 rarity. Strength plus 300. Attack effect. Armor breaker. Dealing 300 additional strength damage to high armor items or walls. He was surprised. The weapons inside these ruins were truly heaven-defying. They would definitely sell for a high price. He had to sell them when he got back to become filthy rich. Mubai and the knight moved forward. Keep searching, you guys. If we meet gods, we kill gods. I want to see just how terrifying this ruin can be. Upon seeing a second beetle, Mubai was calmer than the first time. Another bug. He had experience now and didn't need to be polite. Skeleton King, take it on. The Skeleton King charged forward with his sword held high, and the archers drew their bows to fire. The Skeleton King's sword flashed with a cold light. Mubai walked right past the corpse of the beetle, which had been sliced in half. A notification appeared. He received another ruin fragment. He happily picked it up. That's another one down. There was movement ahead, which surprised Mubai. There were people over there that was great. He walked forward and saw several corpses. People are already dying? Mubai leaned down to observe. They didn't look like students from the Shenlong Academy. Could it be that others had managed to enter this ruin as well? Other guys were running toward him, yelling, Run! Hurry up and run! What the hell are these monsters? They're too strong. Elite peak monsters. We're completely outmatched. They were Academy recruits. Run! That monster is right behind us. Mubai went the opposite direction, heading toward the beetle. Oh, it's just a bug. He waved his hand and ordered his summons. You guys take care of it. The skeleton warriors, now experienced, swung their swords down. The Skeleton King declared, Receive the summons of the Grim Reaper. The other students were astonished. What? He killed that elite pincher beetle just like that? So strong. A summoner is truly terrifying. It's not that summoners are strong. He's just strong. Did you forget? I'm a summoner too. They retreated in panic as another one appeared. One student realized the danger, decided not to stick around to watch, and bolted. Let's get out of here. Mubai calmly directed the battle by himself. Flaming arrows were launched, and the recruits were shocked to see he even had skeleton mages. They turned and ran, whispering as they fled. The things he summons are way too strong. Who is this guy? Is he from our academy too? Forget it. Just get out of here first. It's too dangerous. The first person stopped, stumbling backward. That was the direction where Amanda was giving her report. The dean said the cause of the accident has basically been investigated. He then asked, What happened? Why did the ruin entrance suddenly open on its own? She revealed that, just like a few months ago, this was the work of the Black Kill organization. The dean was furious upon hearing this. What? Those traitors to humanity? The Black Kill organization? Again? He angrily ordered a notice to be issued to all staff and students of the Shenlong Academy to immediately start investigating the Black Kill organization. Also, organize a team to find a way into the ruins to rescue the students. They followed the order. Understood, Dean. Scene changed to inside the ruins. Mubai walked into a dense forest. Lucky he ran fast. Otherwise, he would have really been eaten by those insects. He carefully observed the place. This swamp is a bit strange, and the trees here are way too thick. Mubai stopped to look at the thing that was moving. Huh? What is that? A notification about it appeared. Swamp crawler, level 10, strength 20, agility 30, constitution 40, spirit 65. Mubai got goosebumps. What is that? A low-level monster is this scary. He immediately unleashed flames. Finish it off for me. The fire exploded, covering the sky. A notification reminded him. Congratulations on successfully killing the swamp crawler. Experience points have increased. Received a ruin fragment. Mubai was as happy as if he had struck gold. That was a freebie. Finished it off in one hit. These bugs are weak, but killing them easily attracts the mother worm. A figure darted past behind him. Mubai vigilantly turned around. Whoever you are, come out. The opponent introduced himself. I am Black Robe. Death Swordsman class. He turned on his guard mode. Aren't you from Shenlong Academy? Why did you come in here? He said brazenly. This ruin doesn't just have one entrance. Of course I can get in. Mubai wanted to clarify. Then who are you? Looks like you aren't here to kill monsters. Black Robe held his sword and approached. That's right. If you are a student of Shenlong Academy, then my mission is, he lunged toward him, his murderous intent clear. To kill you. A sharp dark sword aura shot toward Mubai. A skeleton stood forward to block the attack. Seeing it slashed to pieces, he was stunned. One sword strike killed my skeleton warrior just like that? Black Robe grinned. So it's a necromancer. This is interesting. Mubai immediately summoned more mages, setting up a defensive formation. Hey friend, we don't have any grudges, right? Why are you trying to kill me? He revealed. We indeed don't have any grudges, but surely you've heard of Black Kill, right? He had no clue. Black Kill? Sorry. I've never heard of it. I don't really watch the news. He lunged forward. Fine. Then you can just die as a clueless ghost. The sharp sword intent shot out like an arrow. The Skeleton King spurred its horse forward following Mubai's order. Skeleton King, go. It said coldly, don't you dare kill my master. Mubai stood safely behind the protection of the Skeleton King. He finally played his trump card. Did you really think I didn't know anything about you guys? You traitors to humanity are truly detestable, only daring to kill people inside the ruins. Black Robe declared, do you know the consequences of provoking me? I will make you wish you were dead. Provoked, he hissed through his teeth, I'll kill you. Black Robe used the same move, swinging his sword down as if crushing an ant. The skeleton warrior team used their shields to block it, while the Skeleton King angrily charged to block the path. When it parried the sword, Black Robe was stunned. How is this possible? His face showed clear tension. How can your summoned creature be that strong? However, Mubai was already injured. He fell to one knee on the damp ground. Black Robe unleashed his energy all around. Forgot to tell you, I am a death swordsman. I have the ability to rebirth. He pointed his sword at him and declared, now you can rest in peace. It was time for Mubai to show his hand. I also forgot to tell you. I have a life-sharing skill, so even if you stab me a few more times, you won't be able to kill me. Black Robe's expression changed. No, that's impossible. He activated Death Gaze as rings of sonic waves spread outward. I have plenty of ways to take your life. I just didn't want to use them. Now, you've forced me. Mubai ordered his subordinate. Finish the job. Skeleton King. It swung a sharp blade. As you command, master. Mubai walked forward steadily. Those who court death will not survive. Let's go. Notification. Congratulations on successfully killing the level 48 human death swordsman. Experience points increased. Congratulations on receiving 17 ruin fragments. News arrived from the Academy. Dean, the latest news has arrived. A member of the Black Kill organization was killed inside the ruins. He was surprised. A member of Black Kill was killed? Amanda asked, confused. How is that possible? Our team hasn't acted yet. Who killed the Black Kill member? The dean speculated there might be another expert helping them. Keep listening for news. The subordinate replied, understood. The dean asked for an update on the rescue team's status. Amanda reported that they were fully assembled and could depart at any time. He requested, "If we want to force open the ruin entrance, I need some of you to help me activate the formation." She replied, "We are ready. It's just that once the formation is activated, the dean's body will suffer serious damage and might not recover in a short time." The dean was out of options. To save the students, this is the only way. "Let's get ready." Amanda obeyed. "Understood. I'm going right now." She hurried out of the dean's office to do her duty, while he could only hold on to a fragile hope. "I hope these students can hold out." Scene changed to the ruin entrance. A group of people had assembled. The leader spoke. "Time is tight, so I won't say more. We must bring the students back, ensure the mission is completed." The dean raised both hands, sending power toward the gate. "Instructors, please help me activate the teleportation formation." They followed suit. "Dean, let's start." Countless streams of energy were flying toward the gate. The dean announced, "Formation activated. Rescue team, move out." They didn't want to waste a single second. "Move out." The others outside were trying to hold the formation gate. Seeing him stagger and fall, they rushed to support him. "Dean, are you okay?" He ordered. "I'm fine. In 4 hours, prepare to reactivate the formation." They noted it clearly. Inside, Mubai was feeling bored. Why are these all the same type of monster? Oh right, I think that swordsman mentioned something about this type of worm attracting a mother worm, but I don't see it anywhere. No sooner had he finished speaking than a giant insect was crawling toward him. Information about it appeared. Highly poisonous mother worm, boss level 56, strength 5,680, agility 4,396, constitution 4,120, spirit 1,288. You really caught me off guard with that sudden attack. No time to prepare, and it's a boss-level threat too. The creature opened its massive mouth, releasing a shockwave that rippled outward. Mubai had to cover his ears as the nearby skeleton warriors vanished instantly. He gritted his teeth and muttered, "This boss's attack power is way too broken. It wiped out my minions in just one hit." Mubai, order the Bone King to block it. He swung his sword toward the broodmother's neck. At the same time, Mubai summoned a massive wave of skeletons, a classic Bone Sea tactic. A shock wave from the broodmother obliterated the first layer of skeletons. Mubai pulled out his trump card. It seemed he couldn't play it modest anymore. "Bone Ice, get out here," he commanded. "Bone Ice, unleash it." A blast of frigid, icy energy surged forward, and Mubai just stood back to watch the results. The terrifying combination of ice and fire engulfed the broodmother. Seeing it frozen solid, Mubai sneered, "Looks like I've shattered your defense, right? Let's see how much longer you can keep acting tough." Suddenly, cracks appeared on the ice. The creature unleashed its power, sending shards of ice flying everywhere. The broodmother had entered its berserk phase. Mubai was startled and exclaimed, "Damn, this bug actually has intelligence? Is it trying to kill me directly?" Mubai decided to pull a runner. "If you can't beat them, get out of there." Seeing it lunging toward him, he scoffed, "I've got endless skeletons covering my retreat, and you still want to chase me?" Mubai condensed flames in his palm. "Blow it all to hell." An explosion erupted right where the broodmother stood, the heat spreading rapidly. The Bone Ice Dragon kept raining down frost. "You really think I can't wear you down to death?" The broodmother was clearly showing signs of exhaustion. Mubai sneered, "Can't hold on anymore, can you?" A new notification popped up. "Congratulations, you have obtained 5 relic fragments." New item stats appeared. Death-type magic staff, level 30, epic grade. Durability 100100, attack plus 30, constitution plus 20, spirit plus 70. Equipping this increases the attributes of your summoned creatures by 30%. He was surprised. He hadn't expected a staff to drop. "This is perfect. It's like this weapon was tailor-made for me. No matter how much lifespan it costs, I have to reach the Calamity Realm." A new notification updated. Calamity upgrade selected. Lifespan consumed. Upgrade successful. Necromancer's Scepter, level 70, legendary grade. Durability 100100, attack plus 50, constitution plus 50, spirit plus 350. Equipping this increases your summoned creature's attributes by 30% and allows you to sign a contract with a monster you've defeated, resurrecting it as your summon. Mubai held the staff. It can even resurrect monsters as summons? That's seriously overpowered. It was worth all the effort to take it down. He pointed toward the broodmother. "In that case, why don't you become my summon?" Golden energy surged into the creature. Looking at its size, Mubai figured it would be much stronger than his current minions. He led his skeleton warriors to continue exploring the ruins. He retracted his summons, they were too big to travel with. Wait, someone's over there. Seeing the corpses, Mubai sighed. So many people died? This is tragic. Hearing a noise, he turned around. Seeing a group of rookies, Mubai was surprised. I didn't expect to run into them. Facing the rookies was a swarm of giant scorpions. He stepped forward. It's all right. You guys are lucky you ran into me, otherwise you'd be done for. Bone King, go save them. He charged in. Info on the monster appeared. Giant Scorpion King, level 48 boss, power 3000, 580, agility 3000, 996, constitution 2000, 920, spirit 970. The rookies cheered in relief. Great! Someone came to save us. Look, it's that necromancer from before. It really is him. The big shot is here. We're saved. Mubai stepped forward and ordered, everyone, get to safety. Leave the scorpion to me. They obeyed. Yes, thank you, sir. Mubai directed, mages, attack. Their fire hit the scorpion, but it did no damage. The creatures were immune. Mubai realized the situation was dire. Damn, are all the monsters in these ruins immune to magic? He grabbed his new staff. If that's how it is, I guess I'll have to show you something new. Mubai summoned it. Broodmother. The onlookers were stunned. He can summon a giant like that? Is he even a necromancer anymore? This is too heaven-defying. Watching the scorpions look like tiny toys before the broodmother. Mubai sneered. Can't hold on anymore, can you? The broodmother bit down on the scorpion, and a notification popped up. Congratulations. You've received 4 relic fragments. Level cup, all trash, he thought, deciding to collect them anyway. The rookies approached. Big shot. Thank you for saving us. He was quite relaxed. Don't mention it. But why do you guys always run into such dangerous places? They replied. We just followed the crowd here. They said a relic's divine artifact was discovered on the other side. Mubai's eyes widened in surprise. What? They reported the situation. Our group was attacked by scorpions before we even got there. Everyone else is dead. Mubai's interest was piqued. Where is the divine artifact in these ruins? They were walking silently toward the gathering spot filled with monsters. Mubai was shocked. There were so many monsters here, most of them bosses. This is going to be tough. Someone pointed ahead. Look, that's Senior Jiasu. Is he here to save us? He raised a heavy hammer and fought with all his might, slamming the hammer down hard. Jiasu shouted, everyone, take the wounded to the rear. I'll handle this insect. He targeted one of the bugs. You disgusting insect. Die. Each swing of his hammer created a shockwave. Jiasu smirked, thinking to himself, this guy's strength isn't bad. I'll clear this place out and then easily grab the artifact for myself. Mubai rushed in to help. Senior, I'm here to assist. He warned with concern, get out of here. This isn't something you can handle. Retreat with the others. Hearing the bug screech, he realized the nasty thing was calling for reinforcements. Jiasu unleashed his power. I'll show you who you're dealing with. Muscles rippled across his entire body. Mubai realized in surprise. So, he's a blood berserker. That's a rare class, and one of the top 3 elite rare classes at that. Jiasu, go. Get that disgusting worm. Swing your hammer and smash its head until it explodes for me. Mubai realized that by sacrificing blood, his combat power could skyrocket in an instant. Even if that senior doesn't die today, he'll be bedridden for a month. He sent a telepathic message to his skeletons. Wait. Once he can't hold on anymore. That's when we strike. Then Mubai gave his command. Minions, leave the big one to him. We'll take out the small ones. He knew there would definitely be plenty of people competing for the best divine artifact, so it was better to hide his true strength for now. A series of notifications appeared. Congratulations, you have successfully eliminated the elite dark armor beetle. You have received experience points and a relic fragment. Jiasu breathed a sigh of relief after clearing a pile of them. The bugs here are almost all gone. It should be safe now. Half an hour later, looking at the cave entrance, he thought to himself, if I go any further, it's hard to say what will happen. He guessed that the guy's blood vitality must be nearly exhausted. Suddenly, a group of people approached to greet him. Jiasu, Huoyu, and a group of sisters. They called out, long time no see. He was startled. Huoyu, what exactly is your Black Kill group doing at this relic? She stepped forward and replied, Jiasu, don't be so hostile. My goal is simple. I just want that divine artifact, so I hope Jiasu will yield it to me. He retorted angrily, you people! Seeing Jiasu stumble, Huoyu guessed, I suppose your blood vitality is completely drained, isn't it? The remaining freshmen won't pose any threat to me either. She turned around casually and walked away. Well, I won't be polite then. Huo Yu ordered her group to get to work. Hurry. Storm the Bug King's lair and snatch the divine artifact. Su Mubai, you go ahead and scout the situation. Jiesu tried to warn them. It's too dangerous. Don't go. He thought to himself, I can't let them take the divine artifact. The group of women were blocked by two bugs at the cave entrance. Huo Yu sliced one in half and rushed forward, eager to end the fight quickly. The other three women coordinated to kill the second one. Watching their backs as they entered the cave, he felt their strength was truly terrifying. Inside the cave, a monster was looking anxiously at several eggs. Almost there, my children, the boss exclaimed. You are about to be born. The small bugs sensed the disturbance and turned around just as a sword shot straight toward them. It pierced one of the boss's legs, but the boss's skin was so tough that the sword bounced right off. It shrieked, Don't you dare harm my children. Huo Yu arrived and demanded arrogantly, Disgusting creature, I don't have time to waste on you. Hand over the divine artifact now, she threatened. Otherwise, I'll burn this whole nest to the ground. The boss was clearly provoked. Damn humans. I will kill you all and feed you to my children. It summoned the small bugs. Go. Kill all these humans. Huo Yu's group didn't back down, bracing themselves for the fight. The monster info displayed, Boss Pincer Beetle, level 50. Strength 6,500. Agility 5,500. Constitution 6,000. Spirit 2,500. She lunged at the boss. You guys handle the small ones. Leave the big one to me. It immediately raised its hand to block her descending blade. Su Mubai stood on the sidelines, watching the show without moving. He decided to liven things up. Watching you lot fight isn't exciting enough. Let me add a little spice. Su Mubai summoned his skeleton warriors. Long-range attack. Smash those insect eggs for me. A barrage of fireballs launched simultaneously. Inside the cave, explosion after explosion echoed. The boss roared in hatred. Damn humans! How dare you harm my children? It instantly unleashed its power. I'll kill you all. Huo Yu was surprised to see him. Where did this brat come from? How dare you ruin my plans? Oh crap, the mother bug is going berserk. The boss had leveled up. I will crush you humans into dust. Its power stats skyrocketed. Giant mother bug. Berserk, Lord class. Level 100. Strength 199,999. Agility 199,999. Constitution 199,999. Spirit 199,999. One strike from the boss sent Huo Yu flying backward. It hissed through its teeth. Crush them all. It targeted the female subordinates. Turn into nutrients for my children. She stared in shock as one of her subordinates had her head sliced off. Huo Yu asked furiously, Brat, where the hell did you come from? And why do you only have one hit point left? He replied, I'm here to take the divine artifact. Internally, he was surprised she could investigate his stats. Huo Yu and her followers rushed at him. Catch the kid. Let's kill you first. The Skeleton King blocked their path. Don't you dare touch my master. She was surprised. This pathetic-looking brat can summon such a powerful creature? Suddenly, a sharp pain shot through his abdomen. A blade had pierced through him. Su Mubai was startled. That's fast. And such explosive force, she declared arrogantly. Even if you're a top-tier necromancer, you're going to die here today. Huo Yu drew her blade. No one is taking the divine artifact from me. Meanwhile, the boss's body began to grow larger. When she finally had the chance to look at the boss, she realized it was too late. This disgusting worm is eating its own kind to get stronger. Huo Yu attacked. I need to finish it quickly. It evolved into the king class after eating its own kind. Run. The terrifying aura radiating from the boss was stifling as it raised its claws. I'll tear you all to pieces. Huo Yu staggered backward. You damn monster. She leaped into the air. I'll take you down with me. She stabbed her sword into the boss's head. Die. It clamped its pincers onto her head and legs. I'll rip you apart. Huo Yu's body was torn into pieces. The creature had completely lost its mind. All of you are nutrients for my children. Su Mubai spoke up. Is it my turn to strike now? He summoned more skeleton warriors. Wind arrows and flames flew forward in unison. A violent explosion erupted, spreading fire everywhere. The Skeleton King faced the boss head-on. Su Mubai praised, very good. Now, for the most terrifying part. His skeleton warriors charged forward on his command. The corpse explosion spell caused a massive shockwave. The boss growled, I will devour you all. He reassured, don't be in such a hurry. There's something even more terrifying coming. Then Mubai released his own mother bug. Here, have an even bigger one. As his mother bug engaged the boss, he triggered the explosion spell. Jiasu, standing outside, was curious. What's going on? Did the divine artifact explode? His juniors advised, Jiasu, maybe we should just run away. Yeah, this place is too dangerous. The lair is about to explode, and Mubai has just received a flood of notifications. Congratulations on successfully defeating the Lord-level Broodmother. Experience points increased. Congratulations on leveling up. Receiving 10 relic fragments, he cheers, finally leveled up. Mubai heads toward a floating crystal shard. Could this be an artifact? The system notification appears. Congratulations, you have obtained an artifact. The crystal merges with his soul on its own. He is stunned. He never expected it to actually be an artifact. But what is this artifact even for? A warning notification pops up. The ruins will close in 60 seconds, and all participants will be forcibly teleported out. The countdown begins, 60:59. Only now does Mubai realize he's secured the artifact. Are the ruins closing already? The rookies outside cheer. The ruins are closing. We can finally get out, thank goodness. What happened? Could someone have actually obtained the artifact? Jiasu wonders nervously. Could it be someone from the Dark Kill organization? A member asks, Captain, what do we do? We still haven't found the student. He replies, forget it. We can't worry about that now. We'll talk once we're out. Mubai approaches the boss to settle the score. You sacrificed so many of my juniors, and it even took an entire broodmother to take you down. Even though the boss is covered in blood, he continues, I can't let you die that easily. Outside, as the portal turns a fiery red, the dean looks on in surprise. Everyone, it seems the entrance to the ruins is about to close. Amanda speculates, could someone have obtained the artifact? The dean replies, most likely. As those inside are teleported out, they heave a sigh of relief, happy to have escaped. That scared me to death. It was terrifying. The 3 students I was with were swallowed alive. Quick, call a medic. My leg can't take much more. I just want to go home. The ruins were truly horrifying. The dean orders the teachers to take a head count, calm the students down, and send the injured to the infirmary. They scatter to follow orders. Yes, Dean. Amanda checks on the situation. Get the traumatized students to rest first. Also, did any of you see who killed the ruin boss and took the artifact? They report, I saw Mubai. He seemed to have entered the boss's lair. That's right, and not long after that, the explosion happened. All eyes turned towards Mubai. Amanda asks him, Mubai, do you know what happened? Mubai starts to lie. Well, ma'am, I saw a group of people from the Dark Kill organization enter to kill the boss. She is shocked, and Jiasu chimes in to testify. That's right. It was Huo Yu from the Dark Kill organization. She led people into the boss's lair, so they must have taken the artifact. Amanda says angrily, the Dark Kill organization again? Their activity has been increasing lately. Mubai thinks to himself, it seems this artifact is a real handful. I must never let anyone know I'm the one who took it. Amanda orders them. All right, you all go and rest first. They obey. Yes, Professor Amanda. The dean also finds Mubai very strange. Professor Amanda, this student's aura is very unusual. Is he a student from your department? Amanda confirms, yes, Dean. He is Bai Jia, a necromancer. The dean realizes, so that's it. Then he must be no ordinary necromancer. Mubai returns to his dorm and mutters to himself, I gained quite a bit of gear this time. It'll surely come in handy. When the connection screen appears, Fujia asks anxiously, Boss, where are you? News about you is spreading like wildfire outside. Mubai replies, I'm still at the Divine Dragon Academy. It might take a while longer. I've received some gear lately. Could you help me process it? Fujia agrees. No problem. Just mail everything to me. Mubai replies, got it. Contact me if anything comes up. The screen goes dark and the connection cuts. Only then does Mubai have time to examine it closely. What exactly does this artifact do? I'll have to find someone to study it thoroughly. The next day, in class, Amanda announces, after this incident, many students in our department were injured, and many others have met a tragic end. The academy will be making adjustments. For now, everyone, please familiarize yourselves with the content in the Dark System Summoning Manual. She calls out, Mubai, come with me for a moment. Once in a private area, Mubai asks, Professor Amanda, is something wrong? Amanda asks sternly. Mubai, did you see the members of Dark Kill fighting the boss with your own eyes? He confirms, yes, Professor Amanda. She continues. Then did you see what the artifact looked like? Mubai describes it vaguely. It looked like a crystal. Amanda realizes. A crystal? I see. By the way, Mubai, the Academy has decided to have you join the special trial class. Mubai is surprised. What is the special trial class? She explains. There is a trial tower in the Academy. Every time you clear a floor, you receive credit points, but the difficulty increases as you go higher. The trial class is specifically designed to prepare students to challenge the tower. You are the only one from our department chosen. He is stunned. There's such a great place, and I didn't even know it existed. Mubai points to himself. Skeptical. Why was I chosen? She replies, because this is a special exception approved by the dean himself. He has his reasons for doing so. Prepare yourself, and we'll meet at the entrance of the trial tower in a bit. Mubai complies. Yes, I'll head there right now. He is now at the entrance of the trial tower. Mubai guesses. It seems like there are a lot of high-level magical beasts trapped inside. Some students approach Mubai. Are you the new student joining us this year? You're Mubai, right? He greets them politely. Hello everyone, I'm Mubai. One guy orders, all right, let's go. We were just waiting for you. As they walk, they gossip. Never seen him before. Is this his first time? He's a new recruit. Wujie speaks up. All right, per regulations, I will explain the rules one more time. The trial tower has a total of 18 floors. Clearing the first floor gets you 1 credit point. Passing the second floor gets you 5 points. The third floor gets you 10. The fourth 20, and the fifth 50. The higher the floor, the harder it gets, and the more points you receive. Mubai curiously asks, among the current students, what is the highest floor anyone has cleared? He replies, no one has cleared the 9th floor for over a dozen years. However, a student did pass the 8th floor a few years ago. Wujie points to the board behind them. That's the ranking board. You can see the text displayed on it. Low-level trial tower rankings. First place, Jiasu, highest floor cleared. 6. Time. 23 minutes, 47 seconds. Second place, Tian Yi. Highest floor cleared. 6. Time. 23 minutes, 58 seconds. Mubai understands. I see. So that's it. Just then, an annoyed student complains. Stop dawdling, let's go in. The teammates agree. Right. Wujie opens the spatial gate and says softly, the entrance is open. Get ready and head inside. Good luck. At that exact moment, the system updates the information for entering the trial tower. Once you die, you'll be automatically teleported out. If you choose to leave early, your progress won't be recorded. After receiving the info, Mubai said excitedly, interesting, let's see how tough this really is. Without hesitation, he walked straight through the portal. As soon as he arrived, a group of creatures was waiting for him. He frowned, unimpressed. Is this the first floor? A bit underwhelming, isn't it? The system announced, you have entered the first floor of the trial tower. You must face 100 gatekeeper monsters. Defeat all monsters on the first floor to earn the right to advance to the second. Good luck. Dark Kobold, Elite Rank, Level 50, Strength 3,285, Agility 2,754, Constitution 3,315, Spirit 2,380. After scanning them, Mubai nodded, noting that having to kill 100 kobolds right on the first floor actually had a bit of a challenge to it. Not one to back down, he immediately summoned his skeletal legion. But for a summoner build like me, this is way too simple. Come out, my minions, time to work. As soon as they charged into the kobolds, Mubai gave a firm command. Don't hold back. Finish this quickly, he added. Ranged units, fire at will. In just a split second, thousands of arrows rained down on the kobolds. Watching the chaos unfold, Mubai said with satisfaction. With this difficulty, don't even talk about 100. I could clear 1,000 just as fast. Suddenly, the spatial gate creaked open. The system signaled a mutated kobold lord, boss, level 75. Strength, 8,650. Agility, 6,150. Constitution, 8,270. Spirit, 6,150. Mubai exclaimed, oh, a boss? And it has enough intelligence to take a battle stance? Grasping the situation, he shouted, Skeletal King Knight, come out and handle this. RJ charged out on horseback, responding, as you command, my master. He gently swiped his blade past the kobold lord's weapon, then delivered a powerful strike to its core. Seeing it go down in one hit, Mubai scoffed. I thought it was supposed to be strong. Turns out it's just a walking pile of experience points. The system displayed his rewards. Congratulations on clearing the first floor of the trial tower. Completion time, 4 minutes and 7 seconds. Without hesitation, he stepped through the portal. Let's go. On to the second floor. The system stated, you have entered the second floor of the trial tower. You must face 500 peak-level elite monsters. Defeat all monsters on the second floor to advance to the third. Good luck. Mubai looked around and assessed the area. This floor is much bigger than the last one, he mused. Looks like this floor is a Minotaur tribe. Let's go take a look. As Mubai approached the gate, he spotted 2 Minotaurs standing guard. He gasped. Their detection range is that wide? The system warned. Minotaur Elite Guard, level 80, strength 8,455, agility 5,258, constitution 9,887, spirit 2,680. They charged aggressively toward him. Intruder! Mubai quickly signaled his skeletal army. Get them. The 2 Minotaurs immediately engaged 2 skeletons. Mubai then roared, use fireball. Seeing their comrade burn to a crisp, the other Minotaurs stared in shock, then let out a furious, deafening roar. Mubai wondered aloud, are they calling for backup? As soon as he said that, a massive swarm rushed toward him, leaving him stunned for a second. So many of them? Mubai narrowed his eyes, impressed. They even have ranged attacks? Seeing arrows flying his way, he cursed. Just then, Rai leaped in and swatted the arrows away. Don't you dare think about hurting my master. Facing the pressure, Mubai proudly drew his weapon. Looks like I'll have to teach you cattle a lesson. In the blink of an eye, the giant mother worm appeared, charging forward and slamming into the Minotaurs. Without a second thought, he commanded sternly, Giant mother worm, crush this trash.